Hello everybody, welcome to Alexa's right. I can tell there's a little bit of an echo going around there. Hopefully the sound is not too bad. If there is a bit of echo in there, I can't speak properly. But please do let me know if there is a problem with that. I'm almost tempted to change it entirely. Basically I've changed the speakers hoping it might work, which means I can hear the TV, but I don't think it's worked, so I'm just going to quickly change that. Nice and prepared. And in the meantime, I'll just do the first game. We've got Birmingham and Peterborough. We've got a handful of midweek games. Alongside with that, we've just got a crap ton of games to go over, basically. We've got a lot to cover today. I will be reading you guys' comments. I'm just occupied, and I'm still trying to fix a couple of things technically as well. But before, we couldn't even actually get any gameplay or face cam working. So we've got that sorted now. Ethan, welcome. Dwight, welcome. Jack, welcome. Rexy, welcome. OTR Plays, welcome. Charlie, welcome. There's so many of you here. Brilliant. I am. Thank you guys for turning up to this. In fact, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to move the camera a bit forward because there's a light in the way and I don't want it completely beaming in this video because it does ruin the lights a little bit. It sounds like to me it's echoing, but let me know if there's any problem with the sound because I'll deal with it. In fact, I might be able to fix this now. I think if I just mute one of these, then I think they'll... Does that work? I'll tell you why. Because I can hear it through these headphones. Right. Okay. Jack is protesting against the board. I mean, it's what pretty much Birmingham fans have been doing, haven't they? So doesn't really surprise me, that, doesn't it? I also need to turn this down, actually. Yeah, right, that's better. That's much better. Owen and Dwight talking about the East Midlands derby. It was a pretty firing game. There's so much tension in that game. You can cut it with a knife. It really was quite a heated game. The build-up. Oh, what a save by Cornell. Dextina, welcome to the stream as well. Where am I in the predictions need? Because in community chat I can't see my name. If you click on the image or if you see more, you should see the full leagues. Spencer had this problem as well. So it shows you a preview. But if you click see more or whatever it is. In fact, I'm going to check yourself. Excuse me, I just hiccuped there. So, community. So you'll likely see... yeah, read more. So basically, in fact, actually no, you don't have to press read more. You just basically click on the image. So I've got like the image there. If you click it, it shows you the full thing, okay? So try that. If that doesn't work, then let me know and I'll just tell you your position. I've not updated positions yet because I'm waiting for Blackburn to play Middlesbrough. And I'll be updating the table on the Monday. So it's going to be it'll be a very quick turnaround because obviously the day after we've got midweek games as well to do as well. Blue Terriers in good spirits. I tell you what, Huddersfield just keep winning. You know, it doesn't matter if it's 1-0 or 4-3. They just keep winning. If they could just keep their form up, they'll be incredible. I didn't ignore your comment, Charlie. Yeah, Matt was amazing. And I'll tell you this. We have got a long video on our hands. If you thought my chat with Benjamin Bloom was long, almost think of that times 2 with Matt. I just don't know how we talked to each other as long as we did. But we ended up talking to each other for nearly 3 hours straight. And we're not going to see the full 3 hours. I'm going to edit stuff out. I'm about 40 minutes in, and I've got a good hour left to edit, actually. So, yeah, honestly, that was amazing. Because the thing is, as well, is that not only did we actually record stuff for the video, we actually spoke for a good hour and a half after we recorded as well. It was amazing. It was a brilliant experience. You said Reading 3, Huddersfield 4. Did I see it? I don't think you commented it. I mean, even if you did predict it, I mean, fair play. I was speaking to this with Matt actually about what was our best predictions so far. I've not got any predictions that I can handfully say that I'm really proud of. They're all like the really predictable ones. When's the video out? I think Tuesday. It won't be Monday because that's my review video. But I think Tuesday, when I'm in university, it's going to buy me an extra day to do content. Has the Blackburn game been played? Yes, it was played in the last stream. So FIFA has made its predictions for the Blackburn game, referring to FIFA as a real person. But yeah, FIFA's already made their predictions for this game. Charlie Brown in good spirits on Patrick Bamford and the Leeds. I mean, Leeds didn't have a great weekend, didn't they? They lost to Newcastle, and I think beating Newcastle would have been the game that really should have sealed their survival. You know, it sounds ridiculous to get your survival with 25 points, but Leeds would have had to really drop their form to get relegated from that. But obviously they didn't win, and I think because of that, they're still within the mix. But definitely they've got a bit of a gap. They're just going to make sure that they win, I say 3 more games. I think if you get 31, and we were actually, Matt and I were actually speaking, like, how many points do you think the relegated teams are going to need to survive? And we think 31 might be what they all need, to be honest. Ericsson has agreed personal terms ahead of a Brentford move. That'll be a brilliant sign for Brentford if they got him. I joined the Discord, still waiting to be well. Oh, have you joined just now? I need to update roles on Discord actually. I've not done it for quite some time. And in fact, Jack and I have not really been looking at the roles for a long time. I mean, to be honest, the roles don't really add too many perks. It's really going to be starting to get perks for each role when we start to get more viewers in. I don't know why I'm tired. Forest set to bed 2 million for Sean Longstaff. That will be a hell of a signing for Nottingham Forest if they get Sean Longstaff in. Yeah, no, did beat West Ham but lost to Newcastle. I mean, you won back-to-back games in the lead up to this, but if they won 3 in a row, that would have been even more of a likelihood of surviving the season. You're doing a Forest career road, only signings Michael Morrison so far. Oh, that's interesting. I'm a bit scared of the career mode, I'm not going to lie. Not for the fact that I don't want to do it, it's the fact that we're running out of time, really, to be honest. And it was easier in the holidays and half term because no one had school. It was just I could just literally do it whenever. But because people have got school and other things that they need to do, I've got to up and do a stream at a certain time. And actually starting from Wednesday this week, I've got an extra shift. So it's going to be very difficult to actually plan these streams. I think the best time to do it is going to have to be a late night stream. And likely it will have to be when I'm really, really tired as well. You're doing daily Sutton United FIFA career modes. Oh, good. Sutton's a good choice, actually. Definitely can make them a bit of a road to glory type of thing, like what Master Bucks has done to Wrexham. I've had to catch up on the Master Bucks' videos. I've managed to get through, I think, season 5 I'm on now at the moment, so I need to try and catch up to him, and he's just uploaded within a couple of hours ago, so he's still going. I'm just reading the conference. I need to know what's on. Shall I start? Honestly, do whatever you want. You know, I'm not here to tell you what you should do. You do what you want to do. You know, if you look at me as an influencer, you know, to do the stuff you want to do, then fair enough. Go and do it. I'm not going to sue you for doing it. Just do whatever you want to do. I did read that comment, Leghorn Henry. It does sound... Would you go down to Forest? I mean... I don't know. It would be... You know, if Forest were to get him in, that would be an incredible signing. 2 million? Oh, that's interesting. Dwight's doing a Norwich career mode. It's interesting to hear the amount of different... career modes. We've got a Sutton, we've got an Oldham one, a Colchester one for me, a Forest one, a Sutton one. You know, obviously we've got a lot, and Leghorn Henry's, I think, has claimed that bid from the Mirror. I'll look into that. I mean, obviously, I've got to do a transfer video this week. It won't be on the Tuesday. Probably it's going to have to be on the Wednesday. And in the last minute of the game, Peterborough grab a late winner. I don't think FIFA knows in real life that they can't score away goals for Toffee. But despite that, that's a clutch win for Peterborough. And no Bobby and Jordan Joselli. Oh, Blue Terrier, you're just trying to grind Charlie's gears now. Jolinton is starting ahead of him, it says. Yeah, that's a point. You're eighth in the championship. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you click on the image and then you find your position. Yeah, that's right. Okay, full-time whistle. 1-0 Peterborough. I tell you, yeah, but going back to Sean Longstaff, I would love to see him in the championship. I think he'd be a good signing for Forest. Forest will be making a real statement to get Steve Cook and Sean Longstaff in, like two brilliant defensive players. Be a brilliant double signing there. Right, what's next? What's the next game? We have got Coventry Stoke. Just talking about this with Matt a couple of hours ago. Coventry and Stoke. We were talking through our thoughts with it. Right. It's a crucial game because it's a mid-table battle and both teams will be eager to try and get into the top 6. So, it's a crucial game. You do create a club mode on Castleford FC. Is that what you called your create a career mode club? Honestly, if I don't have time to do a create a club this year in FIFA 22, if I get FIFA 23, I sure hope that they've got a create a club feature again. Because after Colchester career mode, I would absolutely love to do that. I would love to do that indeed. Right, they've actually got the updated table there, but they've not updated all the results. You're 4th in League 2. Well, Dwoy, you've just started predicting, man. You know, more predictions you make, more likely you'll be moving up the leagues. I need to look back at that goal. I did know it was Shelby scoring. You know, even with that, we usually say a draw Leeds, you know, against Newcastle is good enough. You know, Leeds need to find goals. It was interesting to be at the Wolves game. 2 concussion subs, Drone and Frank sent off. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. Right, so obviously I couldn't watch the games live because I was working. I had the TV on next to me whilst I was working, which is quite naughty of me. But I couldn't have any audio on. I was only able to visualise goals going in. But unfortunately, it's weird, you know, to hear that a drone has delayed the game and obviously the drama that it ensued. Sub to NFC own game to 100 subs. Yeah, go do that if you have not done so. Danny Ward in the Premier League will be as useful as Alexander David. And foregone conclusion, by the way, that is 0 effect. What's going on with Rexy? Have you hit someone? Was it a bot? If it's a bot, then, you know, we don't deal with those. 13 of you watching. Thank you guys for watching the stream. All of you. If you've not hit the like button yet, please do give the stream a like. It does tremendously help the channel. And 12 likes already. Blimey. Thank you guys. And we are on 911 subs. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Yeah, so 911 subscribers. So if you guys can push to as many subs as we can, as close to 1,000, that would be absolutely amazing. We had our chances, but we didn't take them. Yeah, but you know, against a game like Newcastle, you've got to take these chances. You know, in all Premier League games, you know, if you don't take your chances, you know, the consequences will be, you know, extremely bad, you know, obviously, and Leeds found that the hard way. A role on Discord. So basically, there's nothing really added to the roles, and if you think about a Patreon, so Patreon gets certain privileges and roles. Discord kind of works like that, but at the same time, it just color codes your name. That's the only unique thing the role does to your account. Because originally when we made the roles, Guinea Fry and I, we were talking about certain perks that different role players will have, and obviously they get given to people who've watched my channel over the weeks, months, or years. I've not looked at the role allocation, but I definitely am going to look at it very soon, because it has been probably just under a year since I've changed them. But unfortunately, we've not been able to find a way to find a unique perk, and that's a brilliant save, by the way. Coventry all over them at the moment. Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, Rexy, you're absolutely right about that. We don't tolerate any of those types of comments. Honeygun says he's just been editing your vlog from yesterday. Oh, brilliant. So, were you at the Ashton Gate? I mean, if you're at Ashton Gate, what a game to edit there. Oh, Matt. No time no see. Welcome to the stream. Honeygun is asked how you check dislikes. I mean, I can help. So, basically, if you go to YouTuber Creator Studio and your dashboard and your content, it actually checks the percentage of likes to dislikes. So, but very strange that Matt and I were actually talking about them adding dislikes onto YouTube today. But you can still actually see your individual content if it's liked or disliked by going to YouTube Creator Studio. Did you know that Grant McCann is set to be sacked? I did see the tweet. It was, I think the tweet was in Turkish. I had to run a translation on it. And honestly, what it translated, I was so surprised. And obviously, picking up back-to-back wins against Blackburn and Bournemouth, it's quite mad. But obviously, they have been taken over. Maybe the new board are looking at Grant McCann as not a really long-term future in terms of his managerial style. If they're doing that, they have to find a replacement in place. Nightshot should be on someone on the YouTube channel, says Ethan. Yeah. You got 4 likes of my dislikes because my Brentford rules to about 640 views. You know what? That's decent views. That is very, very decent views. And honestly, the best way about it is that, you got to brush off dislikes, honestly. I've spoken about you've got to have a thick skin to be in this business. And there's no way I can sugarcoat it. You've got to have a thick skin when it comes to this as well. If you believe in yourself and what you do, then there's absolutely no reason to beat yourself up over stats and that. It's just so weird that everything we're talking about is literally what Matt and I have literally just spoken literally a couple of hours ago. By the way, guys, if any of you are new who've just joined the stream, that video will be out on the Tuesday. We've recorded for about 2 hours and a half. In fact, no, we've recorded for about 1 hour and 50. And that that was like just over half of our whole conversation. It was absolutely crazy. But I'm about 40 minutes in, so we've got about an hour left. And yeah, undoubtedly it'll be ready in time for Tuesday. We did have some technical problems, unsurprisingly in the slightest. Skype is always quite shaky, but I've done what I can to limit, just making sure the video stayed flowing. The audio is fine. The audio was actually the bit I was worried about, but the audio is actually pretty spot on. It's just the visualization. yeah, most definitely. Matt's completely right. When you start YouTube, you get this impression that people turn you away almost a little bit, but you can't let that affect you, really. You've got to keep going as much as you can, because if you've got enough people that will support you, whether it's friends or family, slowly but surely, it can be slowly for some people, and it could be quick for some people, like Matt. We all, naturally going to grow in different rates. And honestly, if you just do it as a hobby and for a bit of fun, the rate of growth shouldn't even matter. Oh, Rexy, you saw Matt. Oh, that's unbelievable. And thank you guys for being here, by the way. It's not often I miss comments, but generally, so many of you are commenting, I can't actually keep up with this. This is not a common fate on my streams. And we've got our goal. I think it's our first goal. It is our first goal of this stream. Stoke have taken the lead. It's a crucial mid-table game because both these teams are wanting to push for a top 6. An away win for Stoke will be huge. And since their signings have come in, they've looked really good, Stoke. Narrowly lost against Fulham. That's a brilliant strike. Simon Moore can't get near it. And it's Jacob Brown with the goal. 1-0 Stoke City. Yeah, well, fingers crossed. You know, I'm on 911 subscribers. Yeah, that would be a blow. Because if anything, Matt, if Coventry were to reignite like a glimmer of hope getting into the top 6, they've got to beat the teams around them. And Stoke, without a shadow of a doubt, is one of those teams. So this becomes a must-win game for them. Is Matt in the crowd? Oh, let's find him. Can we see him? We'll see. Where does everyone predict Forest to finish? Oh, gosh, well, Tuesday, you'll hear both Matt and I try and predict the top 6, and you'll be able to tell how nervous we sound trying to predict this top 6 if money was on the line. I would say I think Forest will improve on their position at the moment, but by how much, I'm not going to disclose at the moment. There's so many midweek games. I need to count the amount of games we've got. Right, so we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 midweek games. And that's followed by, of course, now that COVID's not a problem to these games now, 12 weekend games as well. So we've got 18 games to do. Oh, bloody hell. If you hate Forest, stand up, says Troy. Well, oh my gosh. I mean, I tell you what would be quite exciting, and what I'm quite excited by is I got to thank you guys for asking the questions, especially on the Discord, because I think whilst we enjoyed going through the football, I couldn't even tell you the amount of fun we had, both of us trying to answer your questions. They were absolutely brilliant, and Charlie, you get a shout out in particular because you supplied pretty much half of the comments that we're going to include in the video on Tuesday. They were absolutely brilliant, and what a teamwork goal by Coventry. I don't know why they've not picked up the ball and run to the halfway line, but it's Gustavo Hamer who's just got an equaliser in the 88th minute. Both teams weren't really testing each other. Both have really scored with their first proper attack. Stoke don't close down very well. It's a good pass, first time strike, and a brilliantly paced goal by Gustavo Hamer. Oh, it nearly got blocked. But he doesn't get anywhere near there. It's a brilliant, and it's a clutch goal. It's 1-1. Could we see any team winning it? I mean, in terms of FIFA, in terms of what FIFA would say, probably not. But gosh, you know, with the Championship, they always love their last-minute winners. Let's get to 29. Yeah, thanks, man. Preach the like total. Yeah, how are we doing with likes, by the way? Thank you to the 40 of you watching. We're 3 likes away from 20 already. Thank you guys for the support. Let's hit that like button if you've not done so. It does really, really help the growth of the channel. Please also hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so. We are within touching distance of 1,000 subscribers, where you guys will get a couple of exclusive perks that I've promised to deliver on the channel when I get there. The thing I'm a bit worried about is that if I get 1,000 subscribers before university ends, I'm going to have to try and promise and give you guys these things, you know, as soon as I can. But with how uni's going, they might have to be postponed. But because I promised you guys so much with 1,000 subscribers, there's at least 5 things that I've got to start creating if I get there. But it's all down to you guys, you know, showing the support, really. You know, some of you guys have been there watching my stuff for nearly 3 whole years. It's unbelievable that I've actually been doing this for this long already, and it feels like I'm still already just getting started on the channel. But, you know, when I think about it, you know, you would almost say I'm not really a veteran in terms of how well I've done on YouTube, but in terms of how long I've been posting content on YouTube, you can almost argue that I am a bit of a veteran there. I've been doing this longer than that. Brennan Johnson can play with Eriksen at Brentford. I tell you what, Brennan Johnson and Christian Eriksen, I'm already thinking of how that will work in a midfield. Brennan Johnson running down the right, an overlapping run. Christian Eriksen putting a dangerous through ball. And his long balls and his passing range, Eriksen, would really suit this Brentford team. I don't know about his fitness, of course, with all the events that have happened with him. But he would be an unbelievable signing, a great statement for Brentford. Let's read comments. Forever Rangers asked a question to Matt saying what the QPR fans were like yesterday. I'll let Matt answer that. Is anyone top 5 strikers in the Championship? Oh, that's a question. Top 3's got to be Mitrovic, Brereton, Diaz and Solanke. Those 3 have been the most consistent. If I've got to pick another one, I say Elijah Adebayo should be up there. I think he does get a bit discredited, you know, with him being a Luton Town player, but he was absolutely crucial, especially last weekend. Probably not this weekend at least, but he was really crucial in Luton's 3-2 win over Bournemouth. And one more striker who I think is decent. Would you classify potentially Matt Crooks being that position? I associate him more being an attacking midfielder. Maybe Lewis Grabban actually, because Lewis Grabban's been doing playing the Championship for so long, really. And yeah, he was so important for Forest on the weekend in the East Midlands. So yeah, those are probably my top 5 strikers. Support Heinegun as well. We always like to support all of us in this community. Yeshua, welcome to the stream. I don't recognise the name. If you're a new viewer, everyone do give Yeshua a warm welcome to the channel. He's asked, who's your favourite to finish second? Now, that is a very interesting question because we can pretty much confirm it will be Fulham who'll be first unless they have a big drop-off. I have a very funny feeling that QPR could do it, but deep down, I think it will be Bournemouth, then QPR, and then I'm almost thinking it's going to be Blackburn, and then whoever finishes slightly below that. Potentially, I mean, maybe West Brom could finish above Blackburn, and then Blackburn maybe to finish 5th. I just anticipate with Blackburn, they're not going to stay up there forever, and don't even get me started on the 6th place. Matt and I were just nervous. I'm trying to give our 6th place prediction, but I will. I'll keep you guys teased, and you're gonna have to wait till Tuesday to hear who I think might finish 6th. Next step to 25 likes. I tell you what, if we're nearly at 25 likes already, that's incredible to get it this soon. We're still 911 subscribers though. We're 22 likes. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate the support. From heartbreak on Friday to join on Saturday. What's happened, Owen? Bournemouth 0, Hull 1 reactions. I tell you what, big win for Hull. Bournemouth falling apart a little bit. I think injuries is a big factor of it. But yeah, I was going to say, Matt Crooks is a central midfielder. He's just popped by with so many goals, Matt Crooks. I've almost thought he was a striker. He's an attacking midfielder, I would imagine. So, yeah, Matt Crooks is a striker. Yeah. I thought, guys, I knew he wasn't a striker. I said he wasn't. The reason why I even mentioned him is because he's gained so many goals. I predicted QPR to win the league. You're all disagreeing right now. Well, when did you predict it? At the start of the season? I mean, at the start of the season, and what I would look at that now, I don't think QPR will win the league. I think Fulham will hold on. They've just got too many firepower players in the moment, haven't they? So I think Fulham will win this league. Grabban clear of Richards, says Lequan. We've got a debate between Colin Kazim, Richards and Grabban. It's the Forest and Derby rivalry again. It lives on still. Victor Gyökeres clear of Ward. That's interesting. I didn't even mention Gyökeres. Nah, well, if Gyökeres was what he was at the start of the season, then almost certainly I would say he's top 5 strikers. Bamford clear of Diaz, says Charlie, and I think that is what Brentford Fan TV disagrees with. I'll really be interested to see how Ben Brereton Diaz does in the Premier League if he gets his chance there. I'm just thinking what club might suit him. I don't think he needs to go to somewhere like a Southampton. He could be great at Leeds, Let's say if Bamford is not really quite, because he's been injured for quite some time, he could be a bit off the pace. and let's say they get someone who's completely fresh, you know, I could see him being a great fit for that. Graben's a tapping merchant, says Dwy. We've got some strong opinions between Graben and Kazim Richards. Kazim Richards can really hit some great goals, but so can Graben. Yeah. Nah, it's Brereton Diaz, that's right. Yeah, I would agree with that. Right, Honeygun, welcome back. More like a Brighton? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a good shout. Because the thing is, I'm struggling to see if Neil Maupay is going to hit the same numbers as he did. Yeah, you know what? I've changed my mind. Yeah, I think Brighton will be better for him than Leeds. With the way that Brighton play, yeah, he'd be great. That's a great shout for Ever Ranger. I think he would do much better with Brighton, actually. I can almost foreshadow him being a brilliant fit there. I think Bournemouth might finish third. I do think Bournemouth will finish either second or third. Blackburn won 30 million for Brereton Diaz. Okay. Matt has said either Joel Pirro. You know what? He's unlucky that I've not mentioned him, because I think Joel Pirro, if he was at like a prolific team, like I was going to say Swansea there, like a Fulham or potentially a Bournemouth, I actually think he would get a better goal return. Based on the chances he's made with this Swansea team, I think he does get a bit discredited. He's a bit of an unknown player as well, coming to a league he's not played in before. And I've got to say, he's done a lot better than I thought he would. 17 viewers, every like and sub. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, please. We've got 16 viewers, apparently. Thank you for turning up and seeing this content here today. If you've not given the stream a like, please do hit the like button. It does really, really help the growth of the channel, but more importantly, please do hit the subscribe button as well, as we're pushing ever closer to 1,000 subscribers. I actually need to get the subscription goal back on the screen, because a couple of people have asked where's it gone recently. I think it's back, yeah, but look at that, 904. I need to update it just a little bit. But thank you guys. I don't normally get this number of viewers, but I think a big factor is that I'm doing late streams as well. But this is going to be a big video, because we're not only including the the weekend games, but we're also including the midweek games as well. So we have got a lot to get over. So a lot of content, 18 games to go over. It's unbelievable. Oh, you're Forever Ranger on a different account. Ah, fair enough. Keep you up forever. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. I think Pirro, but no disrespect to Godin, but yeah, they are class strikers. I tell you what, because I think, especially to Godin, because I think the competition and the pressure he has been dealt with Guy Orcres hitting that ridiculous goal rate he scored at the start of the season. Godin had to really prove himself to try and be the #1 striker again. And I think it's been a blessing for him, but a bit of a curse for Guy Orcres. You know, I remember one of the goals they scored recently. I think it was against Peterborough, when Guy Orcres, I think, easily could have scored himself, but he was unselfish and assisted Godin. So what I like about Guy Orcres, even though he may not be scoring many goals, he's still doing what's best for the team. West Ham lining a 60 million offer for Calvert-Lewin. That is incredible. And do you know one thing that man and I were talking? We'll just imagine. We were saying, imagine if Everton were in the Championship. We were talking about how big it was when Newcastle went down. But I jokingly said in our transfer show today, we are seeing the likes of City and West Ham lining a bid for a Carlison, who's currently a Championship player. I don't think they will get relegated, Everton, in the end, but the fact of the matter is they're not really far away from the mix, aren't they? What's people's Coventry Stoke prediction? Oh, if I were to make a prediction now, maybe a 1-1 draw, but it doesn't surprise me if Stoke might nick something. They've just got that in their locker, and with Coventry, whilst they have fallen in a bit and they've still got their quality players, I just think the biggest issue with Coventry is not being clinical, and I think if Godden's back, it'll be great. But I think hearing why he wasn't available, I think he had his appendix removed. I think that's why he wasn't available, and depending if he recovers in time for that, you know, if they don't have Godden again, they're going to have to try and bag in goals. You know, do you know who would have been a really good backup player there? You know, for the fact that Gilchrist is not firing, and if Waghorn was injured, you know, Tyler Walker would have been a third choice, but then they sold him to Portsmouth, didn't they? Swansea obviously losing Patterson. I feel like QPR will be a perfect fit for him. And we got a goal. Another late goal. And this time it's to Bristol City. Bristol City were denied 3 points against Luton Town by Luton Town scoring a last-minute equaliser. This is how to get your sweet revenge against this Luton team. It's one of the games in hand. It's a beautiful cross. Or it's a brilliantly squared to Matty James. It's a brilliant strike. 1-0 to Bristol City. How about that then? Yeah, Patterson, obviously, I think he's just a great player, but obviously, if Swansea do lose out on him, yeah, I think QPR would be a good signing for him. Lewin is overrated, says Charlie Brown. You reckon 1-1? You know, it's so tight, that game, isn't it? Blue Terriers predicting a 1-0 Stoke win. I won't lie, 1-0 Stoke and 1-1 is probably the two most likely scorelines I might go for. No disrespect to Coventry, of course, who can definitely get a result on their day. But I've already spoken about how little faith I've got with them going forward. But you don't know. Stoke conceded 3 goals. You know, if they allow that to get to them, you know, you don't know. But moving on to the next midweek game, we've got Nottingham Forest, and I forgot who they're playing. It's Barnsley. Oh my goodness me, do Barnsley need a win? Barnsley have only picked up 2 wins this season. You know, you can count on the fingers of one hand, you know, the amount of points that they've almost amassed. They've got 14 points. They need 9 more points to match Rotherham's lowest points record. They got 23 points. I think I said 18 in the original recording, but 23 points is the official lowest record for Rotherham. 2016-17, and that was a dramatic season in itself, but that is just so embarrassing. And they need 3 wins to get to that. And do I see Barnsley winning 3? I can't really see it, to be honest. I really can't. And what's even probably more gut-wrenching for Matt is that one of those wins was against Coventry right at the start of the season. I remembered his reaction as well to that game as well. I think it was one of the few times I've seen Matt incredibly frustrated that Coventry didn't get anything. I think they missed a last-minute penalty as well, Coventry. So that was a devastating result for them. And that game at the time seemed a really clutch win for Barnsley. But little do they know that they're going to have an awful season in the end. Sam Field is top quality. I do think Field is underrated. He is underrated, but Patterson, you know, with experience, I think is great. But yeah, I do think Sam Field should deserve some credit too. So we've gone through, is this game 5? I think that's game 5, if I can count to 5. 1, 2, 3, no, game 4. Can't count. We're on our 4th game at the moment. DCO definitely dropped off. Well, I think Everton have dropped off, but he's been one of the big players that have dropped off quite recently, haven't they? How much is Willock worth? What a baller. Yes, you know what? I think a lot of attention was on Elias Chair with the goal creations he's made. But I almost think Chris Willock has almost stealing his spotlight a little bit. I tell you what, those 2 players have made a difference. And they're grateful as well to have quality clinical players like an Andre Gray, like a Lyndon Dykes, and a Charlie Austin. They're spoiled for choice when it comes to attacking options. So that is the biggest factor to why QPR have scored as much goals as they have done. And for the fact they've been so clinical, is another reason for them being in this position as well. Barnsley forcing their way forward, but they do not find a way through. Derby and Huddersfield score predictions. Oh, wait, Derby play Huddersfield? Let me just check. Derby play Birmingham, and Huddersfield play... Who do they play? I can't find them. Why can't I see them? Nottingham Forest play Barnsley, QPR Swansea, West Brom Preston. Oh, Huddersfield Stoke. Ah, there they are. Huddersfield Stoke might be a draw, actually. I think Huddersfield might find a way to grind a point. And Derby Birmingham, despite Birmingham picking up a good win against Barnsley, I think Derby might get a win. I think a 2, well, maybe a 1-0. Yeah, it would be one of those really low-scoring games, I think. Collins deserves a move away from Barnsley. Yes, without a doubt, one of the top performing players, if not the best performing player for Barnsley. He definitely needs to get a move away to a top championship club if Barnsley they will get relegated to League One, unless they go through a miracle run of form. But if Barnsley do go down, I think Brad Collins definitely will be snatched up. I could see a Birmingham going for him, especially if they'll lose Sarkic. That will be a decent signing. Yeah, Lewin was scoring goals for fun, but yeah, he's just really dropped off indeed. Derby's going down with a fiver in the bank, says Blue Terror. I tell you what, guys, did you see the Nottingham Forest fans throw the fake £5 notes? And I can't remember what they were chanting, but it was like the fiver in the bank thing, and they were chucking down the fake paper notes to the Derby fans, and I just thought the level shithouser here is unbelievable. But it's a fierce game, isn't it? But obviously, I think whilst they are doing it for the banter as well, they're not doing it to try and say that that they're going to go for good. I don't think there's any animosity into that. I mean, Derby fans might think differently, but I would actually think that whilst they might not want to admit it, but I think there'll be some Forest fans who actually be gutted that Derby won't be in the league if the worst case scenario takes place with them. Why is Grant McCann getting sacked? I could only presume that the new owners want someone different for the long-term future. They probably don't see Grant McCann as a long-term choice, but that's crazy. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Steve Bruce getting sacked from Newcastle with new ownership, but the difference is that Newcastle weren't doing well, and of course, Hull are doing quite well. So that felt very, very strange to me. I remember when Nigel Atkins got sacked, and it was a bit of a controversial decision as well. Yes, one of them landed on your head, said Dwight. Yeah, you've got to laugh/cry in that moment too. Arguably, Derby made Forest big. Well, we can have our opinions with that. Waiting for Onyeka to come off on Nigeria. Are you watching AFCON at the moment? I mean, if you are watching AFCON, I need to actually catch up with that. There's Mike Ashley to Derby. I tell you what, whilst he's got the reputation, and it's not a great reputation, I think financially he can be the one that can save Derby. I just really hope the next couple of weeks we get some clarity of their situation. We can't see this team go bust and get extinct. It'll be an absolute disgrace if they do get disbanded. Bury fans, unfortunately, they put up much of a fight, but unfortunately, the way it was documented, the EFL didn't seem too guilty on it. But with this, there's got to be riots if anything goes bad with Derby here. Maybe Hull want to be in the Premier League. Well, yeah, potentially, but they're not going to get straight back to the Premier League within a couple of seasons. I mean, I probably said the same thing about Sheffield United when they got promoted from League One, and they only spent 2 seasons in the Championship. But I don't know. I think the ownership is looking at a long-term future, and I probably don't see Grant McCann as being that option. Honeyguns chanting Alberto Adoma. What a guy Alberto Adoma is. He's beaten the most appearances record in the Championship, and he's found a goal as well in the last game against Coventry as well. He really is a superstar, Albert Adoma. I nearly said Josh Oliver there. I would like Ashley at Huddersfield over Mark Evans. Well, that's crazy, I think a lot of football fans will be saying, why on earth do you want Mike Ashley? And we were talking about this, Matt and I, in terms of fans being a bit one-dimensional to the Premier League. If you were to ask a Premier League club if you supported a Championship club that they want Mike Ashley, they'll be laughing at you. But they would be almost a bit self-absorbed about how desperate you need an owner who can be financially wealthy. And whilst Mike Ashley didn't really help the progress of Newcastle, what he is financially wealthy, and actually that is the only place to start when it comes to helping to save a club, you know, having problems with debts. I actually expected Hull to win the Bournemouth game. Hull on great form. They really are. They really are on great form, Hull. I mean, there was a slight part of me, and you would have heard in my score predictions video, I was so tempted to say 1-1. I mean, I know it's not a 1-0 win, so I'm not going to get too much credit for that, but it was due to the fact that I think now they've been taken over, I think their performances really have improved. They really have. If we don't show enough funds before February, we'll be kicked out. Yeah, that's what I do know, and that's the thing I'm scared about. And Matt and I have a real good go at the EFL. I mean, I'm not going to spoil too much. I mean, to be fair, it's an hour and 15 minutes potentially, so there's a lot of things that we're going to cover, but it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's not only just the claims and stuff, but the thing is, they're so strict on their deadlines. And I think that's a big problem, you know, because some of these legal cases can take weeks and months to resolve. And the EFL, theoretically, if it's till February, only a couple of weeks to resolve 3 huge claims. I mean, well, 2 claims and 1 big legal matter. And Nottingham Forest once again is another late winner. This stream special is all about the late winners. That's 3 late winners in 3 games. Unbelievable scenes here. The Nottingham Forest fans are going absolutely crazy. It was a dull game. I barely was watching a bit of that game. I was just looking at comments. Brad Collins gets beaten at his near post, and it's a goal for Lewis Grabban. Who else? He scores for Forest to make it 1-0 to the Reds. That is a crucial win to Forest's hopes of getting promoted or getting into the top 6 at least. So according to FIFA, it ends Nottingham Forest 1, Barnsley 0. Right. I think there's only one more midweek game. Yes. No, I lied. There's 2 midweek games left. We've got QPR and Swansea now. That's an interesting game because Swansea have been doing okay too. They had a great performance against Preston. That'll be a tough game to predict, actually. Everyone was down in the Championship League, sub to Rexy. Yeah. Destino and Rexy are collaborating. Oh, that's awesome stuff. If I do have the time and I do stumble across it, I definitely will check it out. By the way, guys, we are on 22 likes still. So if you've not hit the like button on this stream, please do give the stream a like. It does tremendously help the channel. Please also hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so. As you can see, for the subscriber goal, we are only 89 subs away to 1,000. We are within touching distance of getting to the big goal. That is the biggest goal I'm going to try and receive. So the fact we're so close, it'll be absolutely amazing if we can get that support. Right, QPR Forever is going to be excited for this game. So here come QPR building up with the play. It's a poor touch and Swansea get it back. Whew, I tell you what, we've had a couple of really exciting FIFA games in terms of when it comes to last minute goals. I honestly hope that there's going to be a little bit more goals to talk about, but I'm not going to have any complaints. You know, the less goals they show, the more quickly it'll be me to edit all of this. In fact, the midweek games I'm not going to include at all in my predictions video on Friday, so these ultimately don't count. If anything, score as many goals as you can in midweek games. I really don't care. I don't know why I'm so tired. I tell you what, it's just... Right, I think we're back. I think we just briefly disconnected there. Apologies to that. Who stayed on with us? We've got 4 left. Okay, Lyndon Dykes is trying to work his way through to the box. He has to go to Albert Adoma for support. Cross. Volley! What a save! Yeah, I nearly died. You took it all, but I'm still breathing, as Sia would say. It's a volley from Chris Willock. I thought it was going in. That's a brilliant save, actually, by Ben Hamer. What a save. We gave the stream CPR. That's right. Oh, it's still alive. Ooh, it's Elias Chair now. He's got good competition against Manning. Johansson. It's a save again by Hamer. Hamer's made some big saves so far. That was a brilliant volley by Willock. If he scores a goal like that in real life, you know, he'll be rivaling Andre Gray, his former team, his other teammates' goal of the season so far. I think the goal he scored against Derby, I think, is my favourite goal of the season so far. I might try and do a video where I look at all the goals in the championship, and I do like a top 10 best ones, if that sounds alright. Obviously. But the problem is, if I feature content from the EFL, I'm going to get copyrighted. And if I get 1,000 subs by that time, it means I can't monetize my videos. So it's a shame. But I think the best thing I'm going to have to do is probably just show snippets of it. Mike Ashley was always going to... Oh. Not too far away. Mike Ashley was always going to look bad at Newcastle as he didn't have the cash to keep them into the top 6 club. But he could do over Championship club. Yeah, and I completely agree. But I think a lot of the Premier League fans will not necessarily understand that, and they'll remember Mike Ashley being a joke of an owner. Here's Chair. Tell you what, Swansea defended well. Johansson now. Oh, it's a good tackle. It's by the defender who I can never say his second name, so I always call him Joel. Yeah, that was quite close. Brentford Fan TV's on Team Swansea here. That's well. In fact, I was going to say why, but that's a silly question. Both West London and QPR have broken the deadlock. You can't say that they have not deserved it. They had 2 big chances. Lyndon Dykes with the goal. They've clearly not changed his hairstyle in this update for FIFA, but it's great play by Willock. Finds Dykes in space. First time shot, top right corner. 1-0 to QPR. And finally... not an late goal this time. We've got an early goal to talk about. I thought only an American company had put in a bid for Derby. I know that Mike Ashley's rumoured. The thing is, I don't read a lot of these rumoured ones. It's so difficult to trust a lot of these people unless like a good quality journalist or reporter can 100% confirm these bids. That's when I will potentially look at those reports and report them to my videos. But when it goes to stories from newspapers, I don't really want to comment about those rumours if I'm going to talk about the Derby County situation. And to be honest, I don't really want to spend all my time talking about the Derby situation. I momentarily malfunctioned there. Sorry about that. Charlie Brown's having some fighting talk against Brentford. I mean, you don't know. This could be a very important game at the end of the season, Leeds and Brentford. Get Rexy to 100 subs. Rexy, how close are you? If you're close, everyone do give Rexy a subscription. You know, there's nothing wrong, you know, giving Rexy a subscription there. So I just got distracted by something. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Okay. Your next game's Man City away. Oof. Yeah, that's a big oof. You know, if Man City away makes Chelsea fans quite intimidated, I can't even imagine what Brentford fans will feel. Want a fact? Yes, Charlie Brown. Do tell me a fact. You're quite good with your facts. We've not been streaming for 4 minutes. We've been streaming for quite a while, haven't we? We faced a relegated team for the last 2 seasons on the final day. So, okay. I'm now going to try and remember which 2 they were. So, last season, you had West Brom. I remember that because it was my bloody watch-along. And, of course, Chelsea lost to Villa, didn't they? And then the last game of the 1920 season, you had Charlton, didn't you? Which relegated Charlton. Yeah, that's right. You're not wrong, Charlie. Cross comes in. Oh, and an impressive clearance there. Patrick hat-trick against Brentford, says Ethan. By theory, Brentford will lose. For Fan TV is probably getting a bit ganged up here. There's these people predicting Brentford to lose. Hang on. Have I not done this yet? Oh, I've not done something I thought I already did today. Hang on, I'm gonna multitask and do something very, very quickly. I mean, nice to know that, Charlie. Well, hopefully by that time Brentford are not in a position that they need to try and win a game. If Brentford do not need to win a game, then it surely shouldn't matter. But and they also faced Ipswich the season before. That's right, but they didn't actually win this one. They lost to Ipswich, if I'm right in saying. They lost 2-1 to Ipswich, I think. And it was not, well, it was only like a couple of games after when Leeds couldn't beat Wigan. There was so many games that Leeds should have wrapped up promotion in that season, and of course they didn't in the end. Header, oh, what a save. I tell you what, that's probably the closest Swansea have come to scoring. That's a good save. We'll have Raya back and De Silva, and we should have Ericsson. I mean, that's definitely going to make things interesting. I'll give you that. Another corner one, but it doesn't find the target. It is coincidental. You just seem to play a relegated team, but it depends if Brentford's going to continue that trend. They lost 3-2 when Super Calling Huddersfield Leisure scored the winner. Oh, it's 3-2. Oh, it wasn't 2-1. Was it 3-2? I'm actually going to check there. I knew it was by 1 goal. And I believe Leeds were away. I think it was at Portman Road. Or if I know, it could have been at Ellen Road. I really want to check, but I'm actually kind of I'm just multitasking at the moment. QPR still holding on 1-0 to the 88th minute. Do. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Can Johansson get another goal? I'm just literally... Oh, it could be a chance. Willock. Oh, holds the ball way too long, and Hamer does make the save. I mean, it's a pretty easy save in the end. Excellent. Oh, Charlie, that's not funny. That's not funny. I know you want to put as banter, but joking about someone who nearly died from what he did is not funny. Charlie, you know better than that. QPR Swansea's done. So now it's West Brom Preston. So the reverse fixture of this game was a draw. And Preston, I've got to give them credit. They've actually done well against highly rated teams. So I might back Preston for something in this game, especially if West Brom don't do all that well in this game. If we don't beat Birmingham, says XY Sit, we're 100% going down. And I think you're a Derby fan. I wouldn't say that. You know, I think the pressure starts to mount when you're in your final 10 games. If you're still within it in your last 10 games still, then you're still within it. You know, most teams have got just under 20 games left. You know, it's not the end of the world. What I will say, when you see my video with Matt on, I think, Tuesday, we talk about how many points you might need to survive. And honestly, compared to recent years, I just don't see you needing so many points to survive this year. We were very spoiled to have 2 very high quality bottom 3s in our last 2 seasons. But this season, for me, I think the quality has just gone such a low. The Forest game was a shambles, says XYZ. I need to watch the goals and the highlights back, but for what I saw, statistically, it looked like Forest was slightly better. Of course, tensions were high, and then Derby got that penalty and tried to push on, but by that time, it was too little too late. Forest by then were very, very comfortable. Brennan Johnson doing very, very well in that great game as well. Blue Terrier 19 still quoting on the good PM. I did get round to watch the Jackmate video, and I can understand why people kept saying it's a work event. I was surprised I've not seen too many of you saying my name is Boris and I like to party. Although I did see a couple of those comments, but God, that with that EDM back was almost genius. They smashed us where we had one shot. We had one shot on target, and it was a pen. Yeah, it's not great, isn't it? I did look at the stats, and it did look it did look like that Forest were just better. They really were. I just think Forest and the Cooper have just been on another level, and it was a close game in terms of scoreline, but maybe stats wise, you know, it seemed a little bit more one-sided. What Derby just need to do now, they need to pick up the points against the teams around them. Yeah, that's the comment I'm looking for. My name is Boris and I like to party. QEDM track and booze and, you know, dancing and all of that. This is a work event. Oh my goodness me. I need another drink of water actually. So this is the final midweek game. And after this, we're actually going to get into the weekend stuff. And we've already got in an hour in. If QPR win their game in hand, they go to second. Yes! It's what I exactly told Matt. When we've got our games in hand. Is he pointing to the spot? Is it a penalty? By the way, his position, it looked like just outside the box. Maybe he was just inside. No, it is a pen. Oh my god. It is a penalty to West Brom. I think it is Carlin Grant taking the penalty, and it's saved by Daniel Iverson. What a save by the goalkeeper. That was going top left corner too. Keeper went the right way, and it's a brilliant save. 30 likes and I sing My Name is Boris. Well, what can I do? Jamie says Brentford are going down. That's an interesting prediction. I personally don't think so. The only reason being is that I think the bottom three this year have just not shown too much quality. Watford look like they may go down. And, yeah, I still think Norwich will go down despite picking up a good result. Chance for Preston, and it's a good save by Johnston. Big chances at both end of the pitch. 50 million Drowner Jane Carlin Grant misses again. That is unbelievable, really. Right, so it's goal kick there. Gosh, how many questions have I got here? Oh, come on. Right. Colin is better as an impact player when we need a goal. Yeah, we should have kept Eberselli on. Eberselli, I think, is a great player. I really do think a young player with great potential there. So Jamie says he supports Darlington, who I believe are in the National League North, I'm guessing. I think so. I think... I need to double check on this, because I think we did have a Darlington that were either relegated. They had... For what I remember, Darlington had huge financial problems, and I think it went to administration. I could be getting confused with, for some odd reason, I get Darlington confused with Rushden and Diamonds. I don't know why. But Darlington, I think, did have a big high, but then had a big low, but are trying to recover for themselves. Apparently, QPR linked with Tom Lawrence for 5 million. Well... It wouldn't be... It'll be a... Well, there's no better time for getting players for Derby than it is right now. They need to get players off the wage cut to afford this club. And as a result, there's good players you would expect to leave, like the likes of Tom Lawrence. That's a good save again by Iverson. And that is half-time. Right, with the Nigeria game against Tunisia in AFCON, Tunisia have held on to a 1-0 win. Okay. I completely forgot what I was doing there. I'm still on this phone because I'm just completely forgot to do something. I've got a little bit of an inquiry to deal with. Oh, for goodness sake. You're a QPR fan. Oh, fair enough. There's a couple of QPR fans in the stream, and I tell you what, a lot of people supporting West London teams as well. It's interesting, me included as well, actually. Except neither one of these West London teams is collected by Johnston there. There you go, that's done. Imagine Brentford went down and QPR and Fulham got promoted. That would be absolutely painful for Brentford. Imagine a league scenario where you've got 4 West London teams: Chelsea, Brentford, Fulham, and QPR. That's I can't do the maths right now. That's a fifth of the league by itself, surrounded by West London. You know, and that's not even including all the London teams. You've then got Palace. You've then got West Ham. If Watford survive, you still have Watford up there too. You know, you then look at a league that's pretty much almost half south and half northern. One thing that I do know is that we barely have any southern clubs going to the Championship. You know, Fulham and QPR are the rare exception that we've got a couple of London teams. But what I will say is that a good majority of the teams in the Championship are northern, which is not ideal when you want to travel to many Championship games, but I live in the south. Tunisia in the quarterfinals. That's a big result for Tunisia. Wow, they're that far into the tournament now. That's a huge result for them. I think Nigeria were one of the favourites. West Brom are... Oh, good save there. West Brom are crap in the moment, and I think they won't make playoffs. That's a big statement by QPR for it, but I tell you what, I don't think it's not beyond the realm of possibility there. They are in National League North. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've gone through it already with Brentford winning playoffs and Chelsea winning the Champions League. Yeah, QPR have had their moment. They won the Championship, but that's pretty much, you know, their thing that they can celebrate on. I need to look into Darlington because for some reason I feel... For Darlington, they've got now is either a rebranded club or it's the same club that's just been through a lot. Well, Darlington had a really bad defeat recently. They lost 5-0 to Telford United. How are they doing in the National League North? That's going to be the same league as Kidderminster Harriers, isn't it? So Darlington are 13th and Kidderminster Harriers are 4th. So Darlington are mid-table in this league. There's a couple of teams I recognise. York City is a team in there. They formerly in the EFL. They got relegated, I think, in the 2015-16 season from League 2 York City. And they're now down in the National League North as even. So that's even 2 leagues below League 2. That's crazy. Guiseley I recognise. Telford are bottom of the league. And Darlington lost 5-0 to them. Oh my goodness me. Southport I recognise. AFC Fylde I definitely recognise. And Gateshead. Yeah, I do know Gateshead as well. I think maybe Fylde and Gateshead were recently relegated from the National League. That's probably how I recognise them. It's an exciting time for QPR, especially the way they're building their team and the whole team costs less than 10 million. Yes, it's amazing. It really is unbelievable what they're doing there. They're technically in the same step of English football than what my local team Chelmsford are, Darlington. But we are 17th in our respective leagues, so Darlington are outperforming Chelmsford a little bit with their league. To be fair to us, we've now got an 8-point gap from the bottom 2 in Braintree and Billericay Town, both on 15 points each, although Braintree do have 3 games in hand. But they're going to have to win all 3 of those games if we want to try and overtake Chelmsford. We've overtaken Welling and Tunbridge recently, which I think we've beat quite recently. I think we at least beat... I think it may have been Welling we beat quite recently, actually. But yeah, it's been such a bad season, you know, to get into these playoffs. I mean, to be fair, we're only 9 points out of, you know, the top part of the table, which is absolutely crazy to think that Chelmsford are still not too far away. Right, what a boring crap game that was. So, according to FIFA, this game will end 0-0. I really hope that's not the result in real life. I can't believe 17 of you have stayed on to watch this sort of game. Right, let's hope that we can get some entertaining games coming up soon. So, now we start with round 29. And the Friday game, the early kickoff game at least on the Friday, we've got Huddersfield and they face a Stoke City side who are going to be chasing them down for the top 6. Yeah, we'll go for the green kit there. When's Huddersfield Stoke? Well, it's on right now. Whoever wants to be a part of the Rexy Prediction League, just comment your predictions on Match Day 29 predictions video. Do not comment postpone matches. Yes. Yeah, that's also quite helpful. Oh, man. We played Telford in the FA Cup once and we needed a last-minute goal through Kieran Agard. God, Kieran Agard now, that's a throwback. Wow. QBR forever's asked for mods. There's a couple of you asking for roles and mods and all of that. Honestly, when it comes to roles and mods, there'll come a time where I think every couple of months I'll check around and see who's around in the channel, and normally I make a judgment based on appearances in the last couple of months or so. So that'll be when I determine it. I think maybe March time is when I'll be starting to look at potentially adding new mods and roles for Discord, especially because I don't want it to be like a thing I just hand out willy-nilly, you know. Let's go Huddersfield Town, says Thunderball there. Charlie Brown supporting Stoke. Why am I not surprised? Discord. So, Discord. Have I got it? The link to my Discord in the description. I'm just checking now. I think I do. Yes, I do. So, if you click the title of my video or it says show description, if you click onto that, the top link in that video should take you to my Discord server where it's the best place to get updates in terms of schedules. You can suggest video ideas. All of other people can promote their content too. You know, it's a very nice, friendly place for the fans of Lex Alexis. Should top 6 for the end of the season? I mean, I think I've already been asked this, but I probably would say Fulham to win, and then maybe Bournemouth, then QPR, and then maybe we'll find the likes of West Brom, Blackburn, and then 6th place. I'm still trying to keep it a bit secretive, but in terms of the favourites for me, it's going to be Middlesbrough, Forest, and Huddersfield. The 3 most likely to get there, and I'll tell you what, if Huddersfield do that, they will get in the top 6. That's a brilliant strike. What an unbelievable goal. That really took me by surprise. God, I wanted to see a replay. I was going to say if that was Danny Ward, it didn't look like him. What an incredible start by Huddersfield Town. Stoke already find themselves in the back foot. We've already simulated a game with Stoke in FIFA already today, which they drew 1-1 to Coventry. And now they find themselves in the worst possible start against Huddersfield. Do QPR do the Moneyball strategy thing? It's something I don't really look into. I think definitely I'll know a little bit more if I look more into it. That's not a great clearance, by the way. Oof. Oh, Carlos, do you not know that it's worth Danny Ward, the best of English striker, exactly what we need to attain to the Premier League? Well, it's a peculiar situation with Huddersfield. Obviously, they're going to have, you know, if they do finish up there in the top 6 or even just outside, it's going to be interesting to see how many players stay on. You know, how long do they see, you know, with Corberán being the manager, you know, can he sustain that for another season? You know, I think he's shocked a lot of people getting Huddersfield where they are. Charlie Brown's definitely winding a lot of people up in this stream today. Hopefully Blackburn will win tomorrow, says Lequan Henry. So, if Blackburn were to win, they would overtake Bournemouth, and they would be second place in the league. I tell you what, I've said this many times before, but I really want Blackburn back in the Premier League. And I just, honestly, you know, I would have expected Blackburn to get back to the Premier League eventually, but I just would have never have ever predicted it would have been this season. Stoke are now trying to build up from the back here. They're not having too much success with it at the moment. Stoke really have not forced anything at all. That's quite concerning. Gatsby's just sleeping next to me. He's just not making any bit of a move, but if we have a slight hint of a move or a cameo, we'll get him featured. But I swear, the amount of times that I actually record games and he's in my room just asleep, you know, he probably uses my voice to go to sleep at this time. Blackburn game is going to be unreal. Honestly, it could be amazing. I predicted a 2-2 draw in that game. I could see goals. Middlesbrough will definitely be committed. Blackburn, with how clinical they are, they'll be committed. Oh, just a quick stretch. That's what happens when you stream for nearly an hour and a half. And we're not even... Well, we've got 11 games left still to go over. That's crazy. Was it 18 games I've got to go through? I'm going to count. I'm completely missing one of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Have I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why can I not count? Yeah, 18. Jesus, Alex, you really can't count today. Just does your cat do anything else other than sleep? Well, if you saw the size of him, you can't really do that much else. He eats, goes outside, and sleeps. That's his routine. He has moved, but he is just finding that better position. Thunderball's got to go. Don't worry, Honeyball. I was going to call you Honeyball. Thunderball, well, thank you for turning up into the stream. You're going to a pub? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I was going to say, quote-unquote, for food. Right, thank you, Thunderball, for turning up to the stream today. 9:05 at night as well. Fine, that's late. Yeah, I was going to say, pub at this time is insane. That's like the time when, you know, I would probably be going to the pub if I was going to get wasted. But no worries, Thunderball. You know, just enjoy whatever you're doing. Thank you for turning up today. Blimey, 9 o'clock at the pub is like the time I tend to go after I've hit my prees, and it's straight to rounds. Some pubs do serve food. It depends at this time. It depends where you go. I think Spoons can. But, you know, it easily might not even be Spoons. It could be one of those restaurants that have a built-in pub as well. That's one thing to consider too. But, yeah, that's a crazy time. Because that's really like the time I go to the pub and actually start offloading the rounds after the prees. Oof, good chance. But over the goal. Kid is getting past 8, let alone 9. Well, no, I even know that. 750 for Chris Willett, what a bargain. Yes, undoubtedly a bargain. I remembered when he was at Huddersfield, and actually he showed great promise, but obviously, yeah, he was at Huddersfield, Chris Willett, I think so. He showed great promise, and obviously now at QPR, his form has been on another level this year. It really has been quite amazing. I've still not been able to look at Darlington. I always just, I'm naturally curious with things, and now I'm just going to double check that I've not just made up the fact that Chris Willock has played for Huddersfield. I went to a pub today and had a burger. It was lovely, nice. I mean, it's sad when you get to the age, for me now. Yeah, he was. He had a loan spell there. It's sad for me that I'm now getting to the age now that I barely go to the pub for food now. It's really just for drinks. But, food and drink in pubs is really, really nice. Yeah. Blue Terrier. That's a good one. That's actually a really, really good chance. I mean, I would say I hate Arsenal more than Spurs, but I think it's good for the fact that half of my family supports Spurs, and it'll be, if I was at the game, that's what I'll be chanting today. Following our fantastic 2-0 victory over them. I'm not going to deny that I think we were quite fortunate, but performance was an improvement, and that's the positive I'm taking away. Oh no, if you're a Bristol City fan, you've got to start off with the cider. You're not on the booze today. Well, what do you mean today? You old enough to drink? God, I can even remember the first time I tried beer. I was 15. Didn't have it for myself. I remember there was my dad having a beer, and it was at Disneyland, Florida, and I absolutely despised it. I hated beer, and I remember going, I am never ever going to drink alcohol. And then you turn 18, peer pressure comes by, and then naturally you start to find drinks that you like, and then yep. Just don't fall uncontrollably addicted to them. Right, so Huddersfield beat Stoke by 1-0. That's a huge result in the context of the top 6. So next game is the 3 o'clocks. We've got Barnsley against Bournemouth. God, no Saturday kickoff. That's interesting. Is it Barnsley? Oh, really? Do Barnsley really have to play Bournemouth? They do. Oh, that's not a good game for Barnsley to play. Where are Bournemouth? There they are. Hang on, guys. There we go. Well, you need to go, but I enjoyed the stream. No problem, Jamie. Thank you. And I'm going to look more into Darlington as well, because they are a club that do interest me. But thank you for turning up, Jamie. Just get McDonald's on Uber Eats or Just Eat. I tell you what, I have done that, I think, once. You know what? Here's a story. I think you might remember... Oh, this is a real throwback. Do you remember when I was watching the Euro 2020 games and I had this... what the hell was it? It was this umbrella hat that I had. So... Just in case, I mean, some of you might remember that story, but just in case, because I've obviously got a couple of new viewers now. When I was watching Euro 2020 with one of my friends, George, who is the one who took me around Stamford Bridge, by the way, it's the reason why I've got a Stamford Bridge video on this channel. He took me to, I think it's they call it a fan zone, I think, where, you know, you can go and have a drink in a pub and just watch the game. We, unfortunately, couldn't really find a popular game to go to. We actually ended up watching, I believe it was North Macedonia and Ukraine. And it was a big game because actually I attended 2 sweepstakes. I think it was my YouTube and family sweepstake. Ukraine was my family sweepstake, sorry. And my YouTube sweepstake was North Macedonia. So it was a bit of an interesting game. But it was crazy because it was the first time that... It was a crazy situation because the pub we went to, it was like a really famous pub in London, but they didn't have... It was an outside pub, by the way, to give you context as well. It was a hot day as well, so it was much appreciated. But they had no food. We had to wait till 4 p.m. to get food, and we arrived at 2. So, naturally, it was one of the few times I actually downloaded Deliveroo. I could have done Just Eat, but I chose Deliveroo instead, and I got on Nando's. God, I tell you what, it was more tricky than it needed to be, but I tell you what, I was so satisfied when I eventually got it. But yeah, I have not had like a Just Eat or a Deliveroo takeaway until last year. It's been that long, and I probably should have done it a bit sooner. Maggie's gone down black. Oh my God, really? I'm missing comments here. Give me some Jack Daniels and a Big Mac, says Charlie. Classic combo there. QPR, they always mess up. Everything, says Thunderball before he went there. If you've not joined Rexy's Prediction League, please do so. There's a pub called the Robins. Ref definitely gives you the win. Really? Oh, that's amazing if that's the case. You remind me of my maths teacher. In what way do I remind you of your maths teacher? Is it good? Is it bad? Your maths teacher is a Blackburn Rovers fan. Oh, a Bristol Rovers fan. Oh my god. Sweep steak. Yes. Sorry, my words are not coming out right. Harry's maths teacher is called Lloyd. Why do I feel like I should laugh at that? That's a funny comment by Dextina there. Wow. You guys really are. We may only have 4 viewers here, but this is a lot of fun. Goodness me. It is so exhausting keeping up with all these games. I've literally got a headache. And it's 9:15, and we've still got 10 games after this. Wow. I've got to be probably a bit quiet very soon, because I think my brothers are going to start going to bed very, very soon. Went to pub the other day and the waiter was Spanish. Ah, fair enough. I mean, the generic pubs that I go to, well, Chelmsford, we're quite lucky. We've actually got loads of pubs in Chelmsford. And one thing I'll say about Chelmsford, it's been made as the capital of Essex. I wouldn't say probably because people look at it as the richest area. I don't think we're the richest part of Essex. I don't think that's completely true entirely. But definitely the way our town is built, I think you know, I think we've actually got a really good city going on. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what happens when you just talk for hours on end and you just don't know what to say. Lloyd is your dad's name. Oh, right, okay. He's a class teacher. So, a class teacher meaning he's a good teacher, or is he literally just a school teacher? I don't know what you mean by a class teacher. Oh, yeah, well, I got it now, Blue Terrier. Thank you for spelling it out. I'm both into maths work. Well, yeah, I do like maths, yeah. And same haircut. Well, difference is that I'm thinking of getting a haircut quite soon. Maybe this week, actually. No, actually, realistically, I could actually get a haircut this week. I could easily do that, actually. Didn't even think about that, but yeah, I think now you've just pointed out my haircut woes that I might actually get one now. What I do need, though, is, God, I've not got any of the tools to deal with this hair anymore. I used to keep it under control, but now it's just literally in its own world and it's doing whatever it wants. It's creepy imagining a teacher she died. Yeah, that's weird. That's a classic comment by Dextino there. Honestly thought that I was brothers. Well, my brothers would definitely not be in a teacher's environment. Not a chance. It's likely that I actually might look more like him than I do with my brothers, because they don't really look too much like me. Hull's manager has just been sacked. Has it just been confirmed by Hull? Because obviously the tweet from the owner in Turkish, came out. But I'm waiting to see when Hull City, sorry, I've said it. I'm just waiting for this. Any more news on this? Twitter's normally the best place to go to look at these reports. Hull City. Okay, they've not posted anything, Hull City. But I am definitely going to keep my eye on it. I did know about the tweet I found with the owner translating to Hull parting ways. But I'm just waiting for the club to post a confirmation there. PE is my second favourite subject. Yeah, PE is a good subject. The problem is that I had a very talented PE group. And I'm not the healthiest guy in general. So, unfortunately, I didn't really stand out. And I would say, if I were to go back to school and we were to be in PE, I think I would stand out a bit more now. But I was just not healthy at all when it came to my school years, especially my early school years at least. It's a chance. Good save. I tell you what, Bournemouth are pushing now. Blimey, guys. You're going hard in terms of the comments today. Just got moved down to set 2. Oh, that's not the end. You may look at that as a negative. It's not the end of the world to be in set 2. Hey, I was in set... Oh my god, it's a goal for Bournemouth. Heartbreak for Barnsley. It's a goal for Bournemouth. It's Philip Billing. He's just billed potentially a win for Bournemouth. It is 1-0 to the Cherries, and it's a crucial 3 points for Bournemouth. As you know, the teams below them are going to try and catch up with them. Barnsley, just every defeat now increases the likelihood of them getting relegated. That's a good chance to have, Honeygun. It's good to hear that you're in good spirits with that. Guys, the comments tonight are completely ludicrous. Mate, I tell you one thing. We actually, in PE, in my school at least, we didn't really actually mix with the girls' PEs at all. It was very rare we actually mixed with them. I think actually only in the later years we actually started mixing in terms of doing the same sports. But, you know, I sound so sad saying this, but there wasn't actually many girls that were friends with me anyway. So, if anything, there was not much difference really with that being the case. It just felt like a normal lads PE session. That's a brilliant save by Travers in the last minute, and that's a full-time result. Wow. So, that's Barnsley 0, Bournemouth 1. That's a really devastating result for Barnsley. Next game we've got to sim is Fulham Blackpool. That's a huge game, and I tell you what, I remember Blackpool getting a victory against this Fulham side at the start of the season. So I don't say Blackpool are out of this. Insert Alice misses with Velasquez a lot as it seems. Just put the mean X for doubt. X for doubt is like the perfect caption for that. Oh, perfect meme. He's one of our own. Guys. God, we gotta tone it down a little bit. Careful, guys. I'm doing a good job at this moment, but I've not been well, I don't have to be worried about being demonetized at the moment, since I've not got monetization on my channel at the moment. But once I do get monetized, which is 1,000 subs by the way, so close to getting it, I've got to be careful with the way I speak, because you can get demonetized if you're not careful. It's a save already by Rodak. Here's a little chance here. Akita with the ball. Jerry Yates. Cross to Josh Bowler, who's been linked with a move away. Gary Medine is a block. Teti tries to clear and he clears it. It's Fabio Carvalho, sorry. Robinson to Harrison Reed. He's going to give it to Mitrovic, who's a bit isolated, but Niskans Cabana is going to make a run in the left-hand side. He's got Dujon Sterling to beat. I think Dujon Sterling's just still catching up with him. And Dujon Sterling does well. Gives it back to Kenneth Dougal, and Josh Bowler now collecting the ball. What's he going to do now? He's going to go back and he's going to give it to Akita, who's been an underrated player. Kenneth Dougal now back to Connolly. Back to Dougal. He finds Gary Medine. They're passing the ball very well, Blackpool. Although Josh Bowler does give the ball away, and Tony Robinson with the tackle. Now it's Harrison Reed to Liskans Cabano. He gives it to Alexander Mitrovic. Finds Carvalho. They pass it back. Jean-Michael Seri, who shouldn't be here. Here's Fabio Carvalho. Tries the through ball, but Akita blocks. Carvalho tries to win it back, but Blackpool clear. See, I can do some commentary, guys. Harry's got more goals than Leeds have injuries. Oh, if that's the case, then Harry should be the top goal scorer at the moment. I can score with your left foot, right foot. But can you score with your head, though? You want to, you know, get the perfect hat-trick. You know, that's the dream, isn't it? Guys, I'm kind of on edge, but kind of loving this banter too with each other as well. I love it. I can't count. So this is game 3 technically, but we're not even including the midweek games, you know, as proper games. Jeez, this is gonna take a while. Right, here's Harry Wilson on the right hand side. He's got James Husband to beat. He gives it to Fabio Carvalho. Cross, easy, collected by Chris Maxwell. Dujon Sterling gives it to Josh Bowler. Back to Dujon Sterling. So they're being a bit pragmatic at the moment. Back to Connolly. Back to Josh Bowler. Gamadine, chance for the through ball here. Gives it to Jerry Yates perfectly. And he's missed an absolute sitter. That was an easy chance. Tossing Adebayo. Can't get there. He just needed to hit the target. And it would have been a goal. Let's not talk about teachers, you know, not behaving. I don't want to get in trouble. Forest, oh my god. Well, Forest play Cardiff and it's last because you would play on the Sunday on a 4 o'clock. I can't. Is it live? I'm gonna check now. Oh no, I can't check now. Well, no, I technically can check actually. It just means I'm gonna have to momentarily change the source, but you should still be able to see the footage of my game. I'm gonna check when. Well, I'm just simply checking if what you call it, if Forest and Cardiff are live. That's what I'm checking. So go to guide, go to sport. It's gonna be Burkina Faso are playing Gabba at the moment. I'll tell you what, Sky Sports Football have got EFL greatest moments, including Championship playoff finals. I wish I could stay up and watch all of it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. God, they've got so many good things on as well. They're like replaying reviews from previous seasons. They've got one on the 12-13 season, which is really, really good. God, this is so clever. The fact I can still look at my game whilst I watch my TV as well. I can almost technically do 2 separate things and actually, you know, watch football as... I tell you what, I'm going to try something here. For the rest of the stream, I'm not going to even have FIFA right next to me. I'm just going to be watching the TV. This is one of the very few times I'm actually controlling the PS5, you know, just looking at my computer screen. And you know what? It's something I might try next time I do Colchester career mode. Jacob, welcome to the stream. You're in Division 3? Wow. Well, fair play to you. I wouldn't want to play you in FIFA because you would give me a real good beating. Alright, so I've made it to Thursday. I'm just checking now if it's 5. Lequan Henry's in Division 2. God, I mean, I don't want to... I was going to say you guys have no time in your lives, but just generally, some of you are just really talented at FIFA. And, you know, it just happens that there's just some people that just can't play FIFA. And, I'm just one of those people. You know, whilst I like football, I understand football, it's different when you get a video game involved. So I'm just checking if I can see if Forest is live. All I know, Cardiff against Nottingham Forest is a live game, right? So Derby Birmingham's live, and Cardiff and Forest are live. So yeah, both are live back to back. And we've got a goal in this game as well. Fulham take the lead against Blackpool. That's a big goal at the moment. I mean, Fulham just trying to stay comfortable and staying, you know, in the lead in first place at the moment. So hang on, it's Harry Wilson. Just no one closes down Mitrovic and Wilson. No one can handle them. The 2 best players in the championship. And it's Harry Wilson who takes the goal. 1-0 Fulham. I'm loving the banter here. That's what I'm completely loving. Just as long as there's nothing offensive with this banter, you know, we'll keep that going at the moment. It saves me time talking all this time for the fact that you guys are doing the commentary for me. Right. Let's commentate the rest of this game. So Tom Kearney's going to pick out Harry Wilson on the left-hand side. That's a great tackle by James Husband, but Harry Wilson does well to win it back. James Husband does well there. So now it's Keshi Anderson. He's got Jean-Michael Seri to take on. Gives it back to James Husband. Gives it to Richard Keogh, who've barely seen in this game. Now to Akita. Mitrovic is closing down, but Richard Keogh and Blackpool look very comfortable. Kenneth Dougal now. He's going to give it to Jerry Yates. It's a good tackle by Tosin Adebayo. Now, Neeskens Cabano. What can he do? He's going to give it to Anthony Robinson. He's got Connolly to take on. Here's Harrison Reed now. He's going to give it to Tom Kenny in a lot of space. He may square it upwards. No, he's not. Yeah, no, he is actually. He's going to give it to Seri. Here's Tetty. He's got a couple of options. So Harry Wilson. Oh, looked a perfect through ball, but too much power by the Welsh international. That throw-in, whilst it found a Blackpool player, wasn't entirely safe. Keshi Anderson. Through ball, tries to find Jerry Yates. He does get it, but he can't find his way through the defender. Here's Neeskens Cabano. He's got Harrison Reed to beat. Tom Kearney. Mitrovic. Back to Reed. Neeskens Cabano. Let's name a championship player starting with every player in the alphabet. I tell you what, guys. Brilliant idea, Lequan, and I'm loving this. So, we've got... Well, what we've got is a second goal, and I think it's Harrison Reed who has scored the goal. It is Harrison Reed who scored. I could just about tell with the ginger hair. And Fulham, with this scoreline, surely are very, very comfortable now. 2-0 up against Blackpool. So we've got A for Adoma, B for Buckley, B for Bentley, A for Adoma, again, A for Amiobi, interesting, C for Chair, C for Collins, D for Diaz, also D for Diaz. So I didn't even see that coming. Jay Beasley's going on. I completely forgot Blackpool signed him. F for Friend, yeah, George Friend there. Ebiselli. Who's Sally? I don't think he meant that, yeah. Frankie Kent for Jacob. Yeah, Frankie Kent. Player I do know well. Former Colchester centre-back. We could have done with his assistance this season. Right, so 2-0 Fulham, full time. What is the next again? Oh, now we've got the in-betweener jokes coming around because I said friend. Right, Hull versus Swansea. I tell you what, you guys will not be ready for Tuesday. We've got a good... Well, I'm thinking... Well, at the moment, the video I've done with Matt is 1 hour and 50 minutes long. I've just looked at it now. I'm definitely going to cut things out, but it's not. I'm not necessarily going to cut a load of things out. You know, the only things I may cut out is that if any of us go wrong. There was one time which I think Matt said something, and we were just in a laughing fit for like a good 2 minutes straight. So we're going to have to cut all of that out. But the good thing is that I've got all the videos saved onto my drive anyway. So if I remember any funny moments, I can always post bloopers potentially to you guys. Exclusively in terms of Discord chat. Yeah, Hull sat by Grant McCann. That's what I keep seeing. So yeah, I saw the tweet. And yeah, it was a Turkish tweet, and I had to try and translate it. But that's shocking if that's the case. But at the moment, I've not seen anything by Hull City themselves. So that's what I'm waiting for before I make any further comments on it. But if it is the case, it's shocking, really. Second tier have now commented on it. So here's Ryan Longman. No Alex, no party. Can you do a live stream on Tuesday? Well, it's going to be interesting because obviously on the Tuesday I've got university all day and I might be smashed. Well, in fact, no, actually, no, I won't be smashed because I'm still doing Dry January. We've got a skull vote by Swansea, and I didn't react because I was just reacting to Le Corneri's comment. What a goal that was. That is a perfectly timed volley there. And I definitely want to be playing more of the career mode because based on the brilliant start we have, I never start a season well at all. 5 wins out of 6 is amazing, and I just got to hope that I don't get screwed over by the game in one certain day, because what I've noticed with a lot of these career modes, Mark Goldbridge's and Master Bucks, they go through one episode with a streak of games that go well, but then they go through a different day where the game just goes so against them, and I think I've kind of had that as well, so it's very much a risk playing FIFA a lot of the time. Pearson, yeah, that's right. I always take the mickey that I look a bit like Ben Pearson with long hair. If he cuts his hair, then I'm not gonna look like him anymore. Tuesday night updates, yeah, Tuesday night could be a good one. I was thinking of streaming actually on Wednesday. I mean, it's tough because Tuesday and Thursdays when I'm at uni, Thursdays especially are very, very busy. I mean, what I might do tomorrow is, obviously I'm doing my review video, but I'm going to spend a lot of that day trying to get work done. Because I've got seminars on a Tuesday which I need to prepare for, but obviously I've got a bloody dissertation to do as well. It's so nervy this whole final year, it really, really is. Well, what do you mean by a Tuesday night update? Like what I'm doing in my life, I guess? Right, so Swansea's still beating Hull, and I tell you what, it's the first goal that Hull have conceded in a new ownership if this does happen in real life. They've still not conceded a goal since they've been taken over. Guys, by the way, if you've not liked the stream, please do like the stream. It does really help. 27 likes? Blimey, guys, thank you for support. Please do hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so. It does really help the channel. We're only 89 subs away to 1,000. So if we can make the number of subscribers to 1,000 any smaller and just get as close to 1,000 as we can, that'd be absolutely amazing. What are you trying to catch me out for, Charlie? There's a couple of championship games. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, yeah, you've got a point there. You do have a point. Oh, I tell you what, I thought Swansea were about to score there. Right, 11 of you watching. Still on 911 subscribers. Charlie Brown is thinking of a letter for Q. Has he actually found one for Q? Right. Longman. Oh, it's well tackled. Oh, they're still going for a corner there. This could be the chance for Hull. Greaves. Oh, it's headed away. Doherty. And it's half time. 1-0 Swansea getting into half time here. After this one, we'll be a third way through the main games. I'll tell you what, I should be in a better mood because the fact that Chelsea beat Spurs, wow. I really didn't know what's better. I predicted a draw, I believe, in my video. I just didn't have many faith, but I think just only one thing that's confirmed is that when we play Spurs, it's just naturally very, very simple. Right. When does the FA Cup take place? Do we have an international break kind of now with Premier League games? Because apparently Chelsea's next game is against Plymouth. Saturday the 5th of Feb, so that's 2 weeks' time. We don't have any Premier League next week. Voice crack. We don't have any Premier League next week, or maybe we do, but maybe not involving Chelsea. Sounded like a siren there, that voice crack as well. But I look like Ben Pearson. Oh, right, that's what I admitted. No, but you didn't. You know what? It's not the worst player to look like. I think I've even remembered making a joke to that to BENHD, and he completely laughed his socks off. Still keep forgetting to look at what do you call it? Blue Terrier, that comment looks a little bit like bait. If I don't recognise the name, I'm not going to necessarily say it, but if that's the case, God, I mean, I'm not going to know about this one. It's still going through the alphabet here. I tell you what, the alphabet thing was a brilliant idea, because a lot of you guys are still doing the alphabet thing. Oh, that would have been a brilliant team goal, but it's saved. But that's not a good throwaway. Piero could punish. It's a good block. Flint Downs could punish. Piero can punish even more. It's good defending. Oh, just about Hull get away with it. Right, is Malik Wilkes, Ryan Longman. Cool. Could they find an equaliser here? No. It's tackled. Now it's Matt Grimes. Flynn Downs. Olivier Nitcham now. Joel Piero. I really do think the likes of Nitcham and Piero are very underrated. I think Swansea in general are very underrated. Nitcham with the cross. Patterson. I don't think he's really going to be there. But we'll allow it with FIFA at the moment. Okay. Longman. Who I think has been a bit quiet this season. But if you look at his stats, he's actually done really, really well. All things considered that this is a Hull City side. That is very sin bin worthy, isn't it? Or the fake news sin bin, yeah. Yeah. No, I knew. I pretty much when I saw the over part, I thought, okay, that's not the good part, because there's so many ones that they try and do with over. So I've just gotten used to these ones at this point. I think the only time you can probably fake me out. What's a penalty? And they've scored it. I didn't get to see the penalty. I was too distracted by reacting to the fake news comment. Joel Pires just scored a penalty. I can't even comment on it because they won't show the replay back. They'll show the... I'm not going to go back and look at the replay as well because that's going to waste more time. But that is a crucial blow for Hull, who looked like they were trying to get back into this. V for Volks is a good one by QPR Forever there. Yeah, Blue Terrier, I outsmarted you this time. You have tried to get me a couple of times before, but getting a little bit more cautious, you know. Especially, I think what I've done now is that if I don't recognise a name, I'm just not going to say it because I know what you guys are like. Oh, Gatsby's moved a little bit. He's a little bit closer. I'll see if I can show you a bit of a preview. Hello. There he is. Charlie has breaking news. What breaking news do you have, Charlie? Is it fake news, though? That's the question. You'll be lucky that I don't have a fake news sim bin on my channel. God, I'm so excited to upload the video I had with Matt. Honestly, what I will say, I don't know why, but I just get so nervous. Especially talking to people with such good integrity like Matt. And I don't know. And we actually go and speak a small section about anxiety. We delve into some pretty deep topics there. So we have a really, really good chat. Honestly, I can't wait for you guys to see it because I think you guys will enjoy it. It's quite long. But if you don't mind longer style videos like podcasts and all that, you know, if you like Happy Hour, for instance, all these podcasts, then you will, without a doubt, should like for what you see here. We go through favorite moments we've seen. You know, there's so many things that we discuss. You know, it's pretty much 2 hours of me getting to know Matt, And, you know, what more could you want to see? What was this fake news that you were talking about? Oh, in fact, actually, there's a result that's just happened in Serie A. So, AC Milan playing Juventus. It's ended as a 0-0 draw, which is not great. Oh, wow. That's a name and a half. That is a name. I won't say it. You only have to see the first name, I love, and you already say, okay, careful, watch yourself. Watch yourself. Okay, so the next couple of matches, obviously we've got Blackburn Middlesbrough midweek. I do want to do a stream for that, but I'm going to be so tired, and I think I'm going to need to do some work as well. Then tomorrow, well not tomorrow, Tuesday, we've got EFL Trophy quarterfinals, which Colchester could have been there if we weren't knocked out by Sutton. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 National League games played. We've got 3 League One games being played. So we've got Gillingham, Shrewsbury. That's a crucial game for both teams. Fleetwood face Plymouth, and Wimbledon face Ipswich. Ipswich have got a couple of games in hands. I'm not going to say it, Charlie Brown. I'll refuse. But also, we've got Burton against MK Dons as well. That's crucial because I think MK Dons in a high position for what Burton are, but Burton could definitely get a good result. They're a tough team. League 2 have got a couple of games. Leyton Orient face Newport. Walsall face Bradford. Scunthorpe face Bristol Rovers. Now, if that's not a must-win for Scunthorpe, I don't know what is. They've got to start winning games. Barrow face Salford. Now, Barrow need to start winning as well because I think Colchester, are only 1 point behind Barrow now. So Barrow have got to be very, very careful with their position in the table. And then, obviously, we've got up to a couple of midweek games to catch up with. Oh, right. It's so breaking Boris Johnson has announced I love to party will replace Rishi. Oh, you know what? I probably should have read that, and I would have actually laughed at it a little bit more. That's actually clever, man. Full respect for you for that. That's really clever. This is why I don't do comedy. You know, I do my best comedy by taking the piss out of myself and laughing at myself doing my content, not taking it too seriously, and potentially raging at my career modes. That's the only time I might be funny. But in terms of comedy, I don't have that. I don't have the class of analogies than what Goldbridge has. QPR forever. I already know what you're trying to get me to say there. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's disgusting. Chance for Blackburn, it's a goal. What has this chat turned into? It's not stop the goals going through to the net, though. Ben Brereton Diaz with the goal. It's 1-0 to Blackburn, which will be a crucial result. Luton are not an easy team to play up against whatsoever. Gosh, I'm so tired all the time. Wake up. Can't miss this goal. Don't think Ben Brereton's going to be there, though. But, guys, that's a big, big goal to get. 1-0 to Blackburn. My name is Boris, and I like to party. Yeah, I can't get the bass drop. I've not got the music. It needs to work with the music. You need the Boris mask, you need the booze, and then you've got your Boris Johnson party. You can have one person involved. You can have 100. There's no limits. Like 2 Unlimited said in the 90s. Ooh, Dextina, you're trying to get into German now. I can see that. Ich bin Boris Johnson und ich liebe es zu feiern. I think that's the last one. Diaz's Via character looks like... Oh, I'm not going to say that. Jeez. Oh my goodness me. You probably got excited for a moment that I was actually reading that comment, but as soon as I saw... No, I'm not even going to try and say the first name because you're going to try and get me to reiterate it. That's gross. That's absolutely gross, but it's actually classic. If it didn't spell a bit too similar to the actual spelling of what you're trying to get me to say, then I probably would have been baited by that. Right. So into the second half, Luton Blackburn 1-0 up to the away side. We're actually nearly halfway through. After this game, when we play Middlesbrough and Coventry, we'll actually be halfway through. Finally, like, jeez. These games are going on forever. Alan Campbell giving it to Jordan Clark. Elijah Adebayo. And that was me thinking I was going to go to bed straight away when this is done, but that's not the case because I've got to edit Matt's video, and then obviously I've got the review to get prepared too. Yeah, I can see you guys getting ultra creative with these names. That one took me a little bit longer to understand, but then eventually I managed to read it enough times in my head to know what you were trying to say there. Oh, guys, honestly, you guys are so mature. You know, you don't see me making those comments. You know, that's why I'm 21 and you guys are still stuck in school. Because I'm not in school anymore. You wished you was editing Bensound. Well, it doesn't matter. If anything, this video I'm editing right now is probably one of my favourite collaborations I've ever done. Thank you, Charlie. Let's not undermine Matt SB here. What's Matt's video going to be? Well, it won't be on Matt's channel. I'm already featured on Matt's channel. You may have seen it. It's our not transfer grades. It's our grading every club season so far video. So I'm featured in that. And the video that I will be featuring, substantially longer, in fact a lot longer than Matt's video, but if you've seen my video last year, what I did with Benjamin Bloom, it's very similar to that type of video. It's actually almost an identical structure to that video, but the difference was I only had 1 hour available with Benjamin Bloom. Matt, it turned out that Matt was just willing to talk to me as long as he needed, and that was a huge difference in terms of getting along with him. Dextino needs to go. No worries, man. Obviously, thank you for turning up to the stream today. Please subscribe to Dextino if you've not done so, if he's going to collab with Rexy anytime soon. And please do, if you've not done so already, give this video a like as well. It does tremendously help. And please hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so. Oh, Charlie, come on now. There's a thing called friendships. You know, maybe invest a bit of time with that. But just because you like talking to someone doesn't necessarily mean bondage. I'm not even going to try and dig myself a hole, because I know what you guys are like. But we do actually talk a lot of the YouTube community. In fact, the Championship community get a very special shout out. God, it's like I'm spoiling a lot, but I really am not. I'm barely scratching the surface on what we've all just spoken about, actually. I heard Cher has a new... Oh. Right, QPR Forever, they're getting better. They're getting better, these baits. I now don't feel safe to read a single comment. That was very close. I'm not gonna lie. That one was close. So, I'm a little bit nervous now. You're joking. Oh yeah, you know, I'm just naturally responding and backing up my joke. Right, that's the full-time whistle. Thanks to the admins who dealt with that very quickly there. I did manage to see what happened. Just no place for that in any community, and especially not this one here. So, according to FIFA, it ends Luton 0, Blackburn 1. Next game, let's try and move on. It's Middlesbrough going up against Coventry. God, I tell you what, Coventry got some crucial games. They really do. Two teams that will be expected to be up there in the top 6. If Coventry are serious in getting to the top 6, then they've really got to try and, you know, pick up as many points as they can. Just why would you even post that in anywhere? You know, it's almost like that you want a reaction, and I gotta say, thank you guys to getting that sorted. Well, no, exactly, and is that the second time we've had to deal with that in our last 2 streams? It's such a disgrace that can actually happen. Would you go to Luton for a day out? Neither would I do. To be honest, I want to visit every Championship stadium, but at the moment, because of travel and money, probably being the biggest one, I just can't afford to actually travel anywhere. But I really, really do have an intention to visit some Championship clubs. Oh, good save there. Okay, good header there. Right, so I'm reading a source that says Christian Eriksen has agreed to sign for Brentford on a 6-month deal, so it is very short term. Not confirmed. Oh, we've lost a sub. I wonder if that was the one who got I wonder if that's the one that got banned. Yeah, guys, but please do not post it. Well, yeah, well, Rexy, if you can delete it, you know, that'll be okay. Oh, good block. Actually, Joshua has... Oh, for goodness sake, Blue Terrier. The amount of people that keep leaving those comments, trying to bait me. You're now trying to distract, you know, the context of it. Oof. It sucks that you actually can't delete comments entirely. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for telling me. I did see it, Rexy, by the way. But if you can find a way just to remove a comment, that's fine. I think you can remove your own comments, but I don't know if actual other people can remove comments. I think you can only put users into timeout. Right, well, we've lost a sub. We're stalling a little bit in terms of our progress to 1,000 subs. Because we seem to be gaining one, but then losing it later on. And I believe, you know, if it was Swansea Lover who was the 911 subscriber, then, you know, so be it. You know, we can't have these people with those comments support the channel. Yeah, we could have just moved on. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Look, honestly, it's just... I even saw the comments, so I didn't even need clarification. I did manage to see it. You guys were quick, and fair play for being quick, but I did manage to see it. But the point of view is just, you know, making sure we protect the integrity of his channel. We can't have this sort of chat on his channel. You know, let's say I, you know, wanted monetization. These sorts of comments would get me demonetized. So that's why we have these moderators here. I knew you were joking because it's still, you know, I've got the loading screen in front of me. It would have actually gone up by 1 if it did get 911 subscribers. We're down to 910. Or was that half time between Coventry and Middlesbrough there? I don't think we've got a single goal. Yeah, that's disappointing. So after this game, we'll be halfway through. Oh, it means I've got to change the goal again. This is why I don't want to subscribe a goal. It just takes so much hassle. It's fine. Thanks for 28 likes, by the way. I think the biggest joke of it is that the Pratt who said that actually left a like on this video. He probably remembered to unsubscribe, but didn't forget to unlike the video, didn't he? What a Pratt. Yeah, it happens. And actually, it's another thing we talk about. It's not hate comments to me or to the viewer personally, but we actually do delve into a section when we talk about hate comments as well. It really does actually really go through the deep-rooted areas of what we think as content creators to YouTube. And it does generally feel like that we have a conversation with each other, which I think is very important when we're doing these collabs. Oh, what a save. I'll tell you what, one thing I've got to give praise for is my phone. My phone's doing incredibly well to last its battery life. It was at 20% at the start of the stream. It's not even falling down to 10% yet. I've got to give my phone a bit of credit there. You'll get 1k subs by the end of Feb. Oh, as much as I'd love it, I don't see that being the case QPR forever. But I would be absolutely gobsmacked if that were to happen. I would still be in university if I get 1,000 subscribers. That's a good tackle by Dominic Hyam. It's a corner to Middlesbrough though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, any sort of harm, you know, you can't, we can't have those comments. Never, 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 never. Right, Ispora, Connolly. Oh, Gustavo Hamer does quite well there actually. Gyökeres to Matt Godden. Callum O'Hare, Gyökeres. They're just passing it a little bit centrally for me. Not quite spreading the play. Gyökeres just finding himself offside a lot. Here's Gyökeres. Sheaf. Godden. Ah, Hamer trying to make a run, but he's not being picked out. Sheaf. You can try and through ball to Gyökeres, but it's good defending by Bola. Here's Connolly starting, and he's got Sporar next to him. Johnny Howson. Now to Sporar. Marcus Tavernier now with the ball. Matt Crooks, not a striker. Matt Crooks is on the ball here. Sporar to Tavernier. Through ball, Connolly. Oh, it's tackled. It's just hit 10 o'clock and I can feel it now in my eyes. It's incredibly painful. We might have lost a sub, but I tell you what, we've actually done really, really well with likes, and impressions at the start of the stream were amazing. We actually at one point hit 20 viewers, which is quite rare. Typical Swansea fan, says QPR forever. Yeah, it's not all of them. Good goal, by the way. Coventry, what a goal this is. They've taken the lead, and it is Matt Godden. I tell you what, Matt came to join at the wrong game. He only saw Coventry draw against Stoke, and a away win against Middlesbrough will be an incredible result. Unbelievable. Hamer to Gyökeres to Godden, and that makes it 1-0 Coventry. 6 minutes Middlesbrough has to try and get back into this game. We're still 90 away. We're still 90 subs. Hey, man, you've just turned up. I mean, if you have been here for quite some time, that's some impeccable timing. Coventry literally just scored right now. Literally just got a late goal. Matt Godden, brilliant play, actually. Ben Sheaf, actually, was the one that started it. Gyökeres and Matt Godden just staying on side. 86th minute goal. The away limbs that you will get if that happens will be unbelievable. And against the likes of Stoke and Middlesbrough, that's 4 points out of 6. That's the sort of record that you need if you want to be competitive and still in the mix of top 6. That is 2 significant results for Coventry especially. So it ends 1-0 to the away team. Next, we've got Millwall and West Brom. Millwall, for me, are now stuck in mid-table, so I don't think they've got much to play for. But West Brom, they've got everything to play for with the teams below them trying to catch up with them. It's going to be difficult to not get a kit clash here. I'm going to go with these kits, 2 away kits. Matt SB is happy with that. Easy, rejoined as it went in. Yeah, you know, the timing could not be better. It really couldn't. You're just clipping that perfect timing. Yeah, go for it. Coventry beating Middlesbrough, criminally unrealistic. Well, you just don't know. You just don't know in the Championship, you know. You would have imagined Reading beating Fulham this season was criminally unrealistic. But it happens. Any team could be anyone. I tell you what, guys. You know, we had the name every player in the Championship with an alphabet thing. I want you guys now for a challenge. I want you guys to name every team's most shocking / best results so far this season. Because I guarantee you, maybe apart from the bottom 3, who don't have many choices of wins to pick from, but I guarantee with the 21 other teams, sorry, you will be able to find at least one huge surprising result from all of the teams. So that's the challenge I want to set you guys. I could try and start off with one. I mean, it's more difficult with the teams like Bournemouth and Fulham, who you expect to be beating those teams. My parents made me do that when I subbed to you. That is a burn right there. Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, 4-1. I actually knew that result, and I wasn't wrong by 1 goal this time. If you know, you know. So I was a match stream, and I might have got a scoreline slightly wrong, and Cookie made a lot of fun with it. Peterborough beating QPR 2. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a good one actually. Yeah, 2-1 to Peterborough against QPR. Yeah, everyone's saying 4-1 Coventry against Fulham. Yeah, that's the one I expected everyone to say. I'll help you guys with Reading beating Fulham by 2-1. There's so many more that you can say. Another one could be West Brom 4, Sheffield United 0 for West Brom's one. Yeah, 4-0. That's when Sheffield United really were right at the bottom. Preston 2, Bournemouth 4. Yeah, wait, actually, was that this year? No, I think that was this year. I don't know if I'm getting confused with the previous season, but yeah, maybe they did beat Bournemouth. No, I'm almost sure they did now. Yeah, that is a good one. Right, Rexy's going to stay anyway. That's a good choice. Huddersfield to go down. I mean, go down where? From the top 6, maybe? I don't know. But you don't know about next season, though. You've seen Barnsley get top 6 glory, and they only sit with 2 wins. I mean, I could remember both of those wins. You know, they beat a team, you know, just competing with them at his Derby County. And oh yeah, they do beat Coventry right at the start of the season, a 1-0 win. And I've forgotten who missed the penalty. I think it was Godden who missed the penalty in the 91st minute. Oh, that was a frustrating game. Second game of the season as well, when Coventry felt like they had a really good start. I mean, to be fair, that's crazy at that point that Barnsley picked up 4 points in their opening 6 games. And then since then, in their last 23, they've only picked up 10 points. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, really. It's quite astonishing, to be honest. Oh, we're back to 900. We're back up. I can't speak. I'm literally... we're back to 911 subs. The amount of times that I've had to kind of laugh to myself every time I say that. Thank you guys so much for the support. Town... Yeah, well, I've read that already. for like the millionth time already. Matt, we weren't able to talk about this, but we were talking about the tension between Forest and Derby. I was going to ask you, did you see the oh, what do you call it? Did you see the Nottingham Forest fans chuck the fake money at the Derby fans? It was just like the literal top level shithousery that you've ever seen, ever. Honestly, a couple of you have asked me about mods already today. What I've said already with mods, I tend to update them like every 3 months or so. I've already done a good amount in the start of January anyway, so like not middle, maybe early March, I'll start looking at them again. You subbed with No Room for Racism. That's a really good channel name as well. So yeah, just in case people joined a little bit later, context, we've had to ban someone. Just simply unacceptable language used in the stream. And honestly, Charlie's just used a good message in the way of a subscriber. And that is right, popped up on my Streamlabs now. You didn't see that? Well, there's a video somewhere on Twitter on it. If you go on Twitter, Matt, you might find it. I can't remember who recorded it. I think it may have been Second Tier who posted it. I think Second Tier Podcast posted it. Chance, goal. Millwall take the lead against West Brom. That's a huge goal. Benicophobe, who else would score the goal? God, I tell you what, that there was a lot of tension in that game. I still need to watch like the highlights properly so I can have my my unbiased views when it comes to my review. But for what I've heard, it was a really, really... Well, it was a classic game. It was a classic derby game. But it was definitely mad. Borough 1, Preston 2. Yeah, that's another one. Preston getting involved in a couple of these results. Where was the video when they did the thing? I'm trying to find it. Maybe it wasn't on Second Tier. Maybe it was actually one of Justin or Ryan posting it individually. I'm going to see if I can find it on Google somewhere. Hull 2, Blackburn. Yeah. And that's 2 already. Yeah, so I'm telling you, every team this season has had a shocking result that you've not expected. And you've just given 2 brilliant ones for Hull City. I'm trying to see. I need to find... Right, this was 1 day ago. Yeah, this is it. I've not found the video. There was a video of it somewhere on Twitter, and I don't know if I can find it. I wonder if it got taken down, but I saw people throwing money, and I did get a confirmation because Dwoy, one of my viewers who's a Derby fan, he said one of the paper monies landed on his face with it. You're off, Alice. Keep smashing it. Looking forward to Tuesday. Brilliant. So I've got about an hour left to edit. I don't know how much of it I'm going to keep, but obviously I'll try and keep as much of it as I can. And honestly, guys, do not miss it. It's going to be an incredible video, and it's a best way to get a brilliant insight, not only just with Matt, but for myself as well. So, yeah, Tuesday, around midday-ish, that'll be when the video's up. But thank you, Matt, for tuning in for a start for the stream, and thank you for being involved in this recent collaboration. It's much appreciated. West Brom are trying to push, but Mill will defend very well here. Who wants your face review? Well, if you're comfortable showing your face on camera, then go for it. If anything, the braver you are in terms of when you throw faces around, show your face on camera, I think it does help, because the viewers need to connect with you. So that's why I really do, I decided that I wasn't going to hide my face for the camera at all. Oh, I'm trying to find the Nottingham Forest fans throwing money, because it was on Twitter somewhere. I can't find it. There's people tweeting about it, but I want to see the video. Where's the video on it? There's countless tweets on it, but I really cannot find the video. Someone recorded it, but maybe the video got taken down. Maybe it seemed a bit too offensive with the recent events, but whilst it actually didn't make me happy seeing it at first, but then when I look at it thinking, it's clearly banter. Forest fans clearly don't want Derby to go down, but they're literally just milking it, which is partly, you know, part of these derbies. You know, you've got to try and rattle your opponents. What do you mean, old Gatsby? Did you just see him on camera? Or did you just hear him make a snore? Maybe you heard him. You got to go, Blue Terror. Not a problem. I tell you what, it's getting really late. I really want to try and get through these games quickly now. So, it ends. Millwall 1, West Brom 0. That's a big result. Right, next is Preston, Bristol City. We've got 5 games still. Oh, my God. Oh, QPR Forever found it. Must have been on Google or on Twitter somewhere. But, yeah, observe it. Hang on. Sorry, I was just looking at something. Right, yeah, it's definitely not that. I've shown Gatsby already this stream, but actually I can show you again because he's a little bit closer to the camera. It's actually being a bit cute here. He's asleep. He's got his arm out. Oh, have you got that? He just put his paw over my finger there. So like, no, I put my pandy above your finger. Oh, come on now. Don't act cute now because you're on camera. All you do is sleep. That's the only bit of movement you've done, putting your paw over my finger. That's the only bit of movement you've done. You need to get a shave as well, actually. That was a bit of an excuse. If he's never done anything that cute before. If you want my face review, my Instagram, yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, that's sweet. Do you follow me on Instagram, Rexy? Because I do have an Instagram. That should also be one of the top links in the description as well. I've just missed a goal, haven't I? Preston have scored. It's not up to date. It's not up to date whatsoever. Yeah, I need to update my Instagram description, basically. Who cute? Well, the cat that I just spoke to. That's a brilliant goal by Preston. Blimey. I feel bad that I missed it. Emil Reece-Jacobson with the goal. That's 1-0. Right, I'm just going to update my description and give you my new Instagram account just in case you want to follow it. Right, I need to give you my, I think it's my profile. Yeah, my profile, that'll work. And then, so I'll update it now. So the Instagram needs to be changed. The Twitter doesn't need change. My Twitter's still Alexa0109. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter, you can click on the link in the description. Right, if you refresh your screens now, there should be a new link replaced where I say follow me on Instagram. So if you go straight to there and you want to follow me on Instagram, you just simply click to that link and it takes you straight to my profile. Okay. I was just making sure that I wasn't, you know, lying. Or I mean, I was going to say another word, but I just remembered to try and keep it as PG as I can. But yeah, yeah, I think it was actually this one who I actually saw it from. God, he's tweeted a lot, hasn't he? Yeah, there it is. So, I'll pause it. In fact, actually, no. Here's I'm gonna check if capture's working. If capture's working, I'm actually gonna show it. What's his name again? He's called Panks80. Okay. I'm going to just hope that capture is working today. I don't know if it is working. I've not tried it. But if it's working, I just want you guys to witness and rate the shithousery from 1 to 10. If I can find it. Right. So I found the video. Now, can I get capture to work? Alright, doesn't look like it at the moment, but we can try and make it work. Okay, well, at the moment, we need to get rid of window capture because it's not even recognizing thingy at the moment. Oh, are we about to miss a goal? Oh, thank God I changed it. I nearly missed a goal. We've done this before. Oh my God, that was a good decision for me to do it at that time. Wow, that was close. Add window capture. Oh my God. Oh, it's not there. Right, I'm going to have to make a new... I'm going to add Google Chrome. Maybe we can put that there. But in the meantime, we can see this goal. Wow. No, I wasn't talking about you, Rexy. I was talking about the, what do you call it? The forest video. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Ooh, I'm just moving my leg. I'm old. Every time I have to move a limb now, I have to make a sound. Right. Why does capture not want to work when I ask it to work? Just sign in already. How is Twitter so difficult to sign in on Chrome? There we go. Hang on. Right. I'm just thinking, how many followers has he got? He's got 1,661. 2-0 as well between Preston and Bristol City. How many of these followers do you think he may have got just from tweeting the amount of things he tweeted in this game? I would not be surprised. Okay. So I've got the video ready. I'm just going to check if I can capture this Chrome. No, wrong thing. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh my God. Hang on. Bristol City looked like they... Oh, I thought Bristol City were about to score. But Preston did manage to defend it well. For goodness sake. Can the team stop attacking for just one solitary minute? Why is it not recognising any windows I'm doing? For goodness sake. Capture doesn't want to work today. I might have to show it via my phone, and I don't really want to do that poor quality. Oh, right. I might just have to do it for the phone because I'm giving up at this point. Right. So, basically, oh, where is it on my phone? Right, it's there. Right, so guys, I'm going to try and see if you can see it. So, go to Panks80 on Twitter. If you've got Twitter, just see this shenanigans. So, I'll just put it this way, I think. No, actually, no, that's worse. I'm going to have to put it this way through, just so you can see it a bit better. Chance for Preston. Okay, so it's 14 seconds. So look very carefully. You just see a tiny bit of bits of paper raining down. The Forest fans throwing fake £5 notes to the Derby fans. Unbelievable some people in this country are, to be honest. Okay, here's Danny James. Oh, Danny James? Matty James. Andre Vyman with... Looked like a poor ball, but Alex Scott has kept it in the box. Vyman. To O'Dowda. O'Dowda's been a bit of... Well, a bit underrated, Callum O'Dowda, I would say. Hano and Masengo can shoot. It's a good save. It's a really, really good save, actually, by Iverson. Preston keep that 2-0 lead at the moment. Corner comes in. Header one. Wide. Not a bad effort. Palmer goes on for Backinson. Charlie Brown has rated it 9 out of 10. Shithousery. Yeah. Well, Yeah, exactly. If it was Dan James, there'd be no one there. He's a ghost. I said Danny James. Matty James is what I meant to say. We've got to go now. Great stream. Oh, no problem, QPR Forever. Thank you for turning up today. It's good to see you, actually, in these streams as well. Thank you for turning up today. Fireman, good save again. Tell you what, Bristol City are pushing for a consolation goal. They want to get back into this. I'm not surprised people are going now. This is so late, and we've still got 5 games left. How on earth? Why did I think this was a good idea? I should have done it in 2 parts again. 18 games is just ridiculous. Oh, we've got 1 goal back. I completely missed it because I was just checking my notifications. God, I think is that Chris Martin with the goal? I can't even tell with the facial features. It is, I think, yeah, number 9, Chris Martin scores to make it 2-1. Now, things get quite interesting. 10 minutes Bristol City have to try and get back into this. I might have to be a little bit quiet now because it's close to 10:30 and people start going to bed at this time. So I'll just be speaking, you know, with a posture like this, close to the mic, where I'll just be whispering a little bit. Everyone on the stream, be active, chat, have fun, even you. Mass, I know you're there. I don't think so. I think he's actually gone. But don't forget, he works, you know, full time, just like what I do. You know, he's probably having an early night for the fact that he's got to work early in the morning. So, you know, we've got very busy lives, and this is a chance for Josh Earl to earn end. Is he going to sweat? He's going to sweat it to Evans. It's 3-1, and it's ended. It's a brilliant sweaty goal. Bristol City commit everything going forward, but that ends up to be their greatest enemy in this final few minutes, because Ched Evans absolutely sweaties this goal and makes it 3-1 to Preston, and that is 3 points coming to Lancaster. Martin will try and get forward. He gets the ball ahead of him somehow. Vyman could be made quite interesting here. No, Bauer does well. Bauer does very well. The corner's given. He works in a leisure centre. It's not giving me his title specifically, but he works in a leisure centre, so you can imagine the different types of jobs that he's got. What are you doing? He's now trying to move my duvet. Right, that's a full-time whistle. So obviously I'm a teacher and Matt works in a leisure centre. So we work, you know, very much, you know, with huge, you know, businesses with just multiple people. It's not like sole trader businesses and all of that, you know, nothing of that sort. Right. So 3-1 win to Preston. Right, I've got to get out of this Twitter feed. What's next? It is QPR Reading. That's the next one. By the way, guys, have you guys been entertained of the content on the second channel recently? That's what I'm interested about, because I've been posting daily content on the second channel for quite a few days now, trying to get a bit of consistency. But I've got like a good number of videos scheduled to appear on the second channel, and it should keep going probably till like the middle of February actually. So we've got a lot of videos still to be released on that channel. So, and I think in general it's done all right actually. Rexy's predicting 3-0 to QPR against Reading. Not much hope for Reading there, although I don't really blame a lot of these people here with that. We're not getting subs in the second channel, but I don't quite expect that at the moment. I see this one as a bit of a follow-up one. So, which video has actually done the worst? It's actually the video I did with Connell. That one has done the worst. Only 5 views. Damn. Won't tell him that. Here's a chance. And Reading, probably against the run of play, have taken a shock lead. The 6th minute, John Swift, who's been missing from the goal contributions recently, has got a very crucial one here. Takes his players on unbelievable skill, and DN can't get there. It's 1-0 to Reading. Right, I think Gatsby needs another talking again. He keeps moving my duvet. He's still asleep, but he's pretending he's still asleep. He's very much pretending at this point. So you've got that thing open again. Oh, you're not going to... Oh, no, you're still going to put your thing over me. No, not this time. Oh, you're going to keep it tucked. Oh, brilliant. You got that one out there, though. You're keeping all of them in now? There you go. Oh, you're awake. There you go. Saying hello to my right hand, then. You're looking up. You're loving it. All right. Yeah, smile at me. Yeah. There we go. There we go. He's actually looking at you guys now. Not anymore. The problem is, if he stays there and I actually need to sleep later, he will actually sleep on the bed. It's unbelievable. Dykes. Oh, it's well tackled by Scott Dan, actually. Jack's still here with his multiple accounts. We've got 7 viewers here. Still on 911 subscribers. Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, this stream's going to be going forever. It's really going to take a while, this one. You know, we've still got, after this game, 4 more games. It's incredible the amount of games that we've actually had to cover. And probably I should really look at far ahead, actually, into how many games we've got to do. Right, it's now Stefan Johansson. QPR falling behind. They don't normally fall behind QPR, so they've got to try and find a way back into this. But good defending again by Reading, and I tell you what, if they keep this going, they might have a chance to get a second. John Swift to Tom Deddy Bashiru in the right-hand side. Can he get past Wallace? He can. Oh, Wallace catches up, though. Deddy Bashiru does well, but Wallace sneaks in a tackle to deny the cutback. I had to do something for a while, so that's why I didn't really... Oh, no problem. Oh my gosh. Oh my dear God. You got me confused for a minute, Rexy, but then I just realised what's happened. Oh, that's such an unfortunate number to be on. Oh my goodness me. 911, I'll say then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a sad day. I remember when I was alive, when that happened as well. I was 1 year old when that happened as well. Damn, that's crazy. That's happened that long ago. Yes, Nicholas Bow. You know what? I'm just as surprised. Well, it's on 29 likes apparently, but yeah, that's unbelievable. Honestly, it was quite a good stream actually. Haven't gained subs, but in general, it's been a really good stream. We've had 2 appearances of Matt SB. We've had some interesting contests we've held there. We've even been talking about the shithousery of what Forest have been doing recently. You know, we've talked about a load of things. I'll tell you what, we've got, I think we had 18 games to do. Oh, did he? Oh, that's really sad. Oh, that's really sad. I didn't know that. That's really sad. Oh, good save. Oh, my goodness me, that's a really good save. That's just such an unfortunate number that my subscribers have to be there. I'm surprised no one clocked it soon. I didn't clock it until you said something about it. Oh, you're going to saw the likes help me rack in a few minutes. Oh, great. Oh, it's headed away. So to go through, after this game, we've got only a handful of games left, actually. We've got Peterborough, Sheffield United for the last Saturday game. And then we've got 2 Sunday games of Derby, Birmingham and Cardiff Forest. So actually, after this, we've only got 3 games left. I do lie. Right, come on. We've got to skip these cutscenes. I want to go to bed. It's 10:30. Oh, we're going to get to 11 o'clock before we are needed to go to bed. Oh, and I've still got an hour of editing to do. Basically, if anyone's new, well, basically just joined and is confused what I mean by that, I've recorded with Matt SB today, and the video will be out on the Tuesday, and we have been talking about 3 hours. In terms of the recording, we stopped it for about an hour and a bit, but we talked for absolutely ages. Absolutely ages. So, yeah, that was absolutely unbelievable. Deanie, hello, bye. Oh, well, hello, and I guess goodbye if you're leaving then. Up the blue. Oh, no, I tell you what that is. That's Jack's alternate accounts. That's what it is. What do I think about Nigeria and the AFCON? Huge result. I saw it, and I believe it was Tunisia, right, that beat Nigeria. I think, were they the favourites? And what a scrappy goal that is for Reading's perspective. But they find themselves 2-0 up in a game that they probably weren't expecting to win. Josh Lauren with the goal. He made an absolute howler when it came to conceding one for goals against Fulham. I think the deflection came off. Yeah, it came off the defender. Lawrence is going to get the goal because it was on target. Wow. No, don't time out these accounts. They're Jack's accounts. It's Jack's 7 alternative accounts basically. So he's making a bit of fun that he's not going to be there. The Hello Bye stuff is basically Jack going through all of his accounts and liking the video. So I appreciate it. It is actual chats. It's not spam or anything. Alright, what's going on here? Sorry, I'm just looking at Ben's Discord thing. God, that's big news. That I'm literally just seeing with thingy, Hull City. Sub to Anderson if you do, I'll cry. Thank you, Jack. I do appreciate it. Got some big news going around with Hull at the moment. So it sounds like that Grant McCann may be gone by tomorrow. That's what we're hearing. Yeah, just one sub will stop the number of subscribers being 911. Well, we'll call it 911. The number you have to dial to get police officers in America. It's not a nice number, isn't it? Just look at it as the 9th of November rather than the 11th of September, maybe. Yeah, Grant McCann sounds like he could be gone by tomorrow. That quickly. It's good wins as well over Blackburn and Bournemouth. But it sounds like he will be... Who have they got to replace him? Shorter Azladazev. What the hell? Who the hell is that? This is my genuine reaction here. I'm seeing who this is. After the streams, I'll make my usual 11 o'clock cup of tea and then try and make another one. Yeah, that's what I always do. I have way too many cups of tea and, regrettably, always late at night too. Who on earth is that? So, Shota... I can't even say his last name. Yeah, it was a really sad event. My family were really affected by that. Because they had a friend in that area. I think she lived in the end, but obviously a lot of people didn't. It was such a tragic moment, and it's weird for me to feel that I was alive seeing this as well. A lot of you guys probably weren't even born when Twin Towers happened, but obviously I was 1 year old when it happened. It was crazy. Right, so Shota Arzeladze, who looks like he's the manager that the whole board are going to go for. I'm just looking at his managerial CV. Yeah, 9/11 is the Twin Towers, yeah. 9th of 11th of September. Okay. shouldn't really be talking about this, really. Next is Peterborough and Sheffield United. Oh, God, last time Peterborough played against Sheffield United, it was a mauling. An absolute mauling. And they wouldn't really want a similar result again. Sheffield United will be feeling a lot of confidence getting into this game. Yeah, we could do these kits. So, Shota Arveladze. So, in his serial career, he's played for Ajax, Rangers, Trabzonspor, AZ Alkmaar, and Levante. He's also made 61 appearances, scoring 26 goals in the Georgia national team. So, teams managed. He was the assistant manager for AZ Alkmaar in 2008 to 2010. He was then manager of, I'm not going to pronounce it twice, Kayserispor in the, what league is that? In the Turkish league, the Super League. Then he managed Kasimpasa, who I think is also in the Super League. Then he managed Trabzonspor. Now I do know that one. They're also a Super League team. And then he managed Maccabi Tel Aviv. Oh, good save. Maccabi Tel Aviv. Now, that Vladimir Ivic also managed Maccabi Tel Aviv. But I don't know if that's really going to tell him how good he is as a manager. And then recently, he's been a manager of Pakhtor Tashkent, which is a football team in the Uzbekistan Super League. I'm lost, to be honest. So, Pakhtor Tashkent is an Uzbek professional football club based in the capital city Tashkent, okay, that competes in the Uzbekistan Super League. Wow. How are they doing in that league? Have I got any major honours with this manager? They were champions, so he was champions of the Uzbekistan Super League. This manager, and I've already forgotten his name because it's absolutely ridiculous. Shota Arveladze. That's, I think, the best way I can pronounce it, but Jesus, it's going to be a tough name for me to say. But wow, if that's the case, I might have to keep McCann in my intro, but I'll definitely be paying attention to this news, and I'll be waiting till Hull City give a statement around. Yeah, so honours he's done as a manager. He's basically the only place he's won thing. Well, he's managed in Turkey. Yeah, so he's managed from Turkey to Uzbekistan. So that is his managerial experience. He's not, and can I remind you, with Trabzonspor, with the other teams he's managed in the Super League, Turkish Super League that is, he's not won even a domestic trophy or a title. His only honours have come in the Uzbekistan Super League in 2019 and 2020. He's also won the Uzbekistan Cup in 2019-2020 as well, and he's won the Uzbekistan League Cup in 2019, but he didn't in 2020. I'm more intrigued how he did in Maccabi Tel Aviv, because Maccabi Tel Aviv, on paper in their league, are quite strong. So I want to know how he did with that. So how did he do in Maccabi Tel Aviv? So from 2016 to 17, season by season, yeah, I want to see what he did season by season. So 2016-17, he was there. They were runners-up in the league, Maccabi Tel Aviv. They lost out in the end. I mean, I don't know. So the Israeli Premier League, I mean, who else is in the Israeli Premier League that carries a threat with Maccabi Tel Aviv? I mean, I'm going to look at least. So Maccabi Tel Aviv is one of them. Another one is Maccabi Haifa FC. Another one is Hapoel Tel Aviv. And the other one is, I can't even click on that one. Oh, Beitar Jerusalem FC. I think I've heard of that one. But yeah, Maccabi Tel Aviv really should be the one dominating, but even with one season, he couldn't win it after them. Remote 123, welcome to the stream. If you're a new viewer, everyone do make sure you do give Remote a warm welcome to the stream. We always make sure we welcome our new viewers to the stream. We were just talking about the recent news that Hull are looking like that they're going to change their manager, despite picking up 2 very clutch wins against 2 tough teams in Blackburn and of course Bournemouth in a row, even under Grant McCann. And it definitely looks like that they've saved themselves this season, but new ownership could mean wholesale changes, and they're looking at replacing Grant McCann with a guy called Shota Arzilads, which I'm going to say it like that. No problem, Remote. It's appreciative. So Shota Arzilads, we found that he's managed in the Super League, the Israeli Super League with Maccabi Tel Aviv, and didn't even win the league in the year he managed. And then he's won 2 Uzbekistan league titles. Well, to be honest, I'm not here to be political, but I've heard of the team name. You know, I'm not going to talk about what they stand for politically and the whole Israeli thing in general. Oh, we're on 912. We're on 912 subs, guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys so much for that. It's really, really appreciative. We are now, I can't do the maths right, 88 subs away from 1,000. That's incredible. So to anyone who's new around here, just to familiarise you with what happens when we get 1,000 subs. So not only does it really help my channel, but you guys get some rewards. I am planning quite a fair few bit of stuff for 1,000 subscribers. So there'll be a Q&A video if I get 1,000 subs. There will be a video, a collab with a very special YouTuber by the name of BENHD himself. We'll get that sorted. There's also going to be a video where you see me play football with friends from last year. A good 12 to 15 minutes. Oh my goodness, that would have been a brilliant goal. It's a brilliant volley by Sharp, but a good save. And then there's other things as well. Then with a prediction league, I've got a Premier League prediction league planned as well if we get there as well. There's so many things I've promised when we get 1,000 subs. And to be honest, it's been growing so well recently. I didn't think I was going to be planning to do these things so soon. Who's my favourite person on here? Oh, I don't have favourites. It's like picking my favourite sibling, or let's say if I was married and had kids, it would be like picking my favourite child. It's just not fair. I can't do that. Not to this stream. Oh my goodness me, he's onside as well, isn't he? Siriki Dembele, I think, is it not? Yeah, it is. Siriki Dembele stays onside after after conceding such a really strong chance for Sheffield United to score. That happens. Peterborough take the lead. Unbelievable, Jeff. Wait, so it's a through ball, I think, by Johnson Clark-Harris. A brilliantly timed. Wow. 75th minute, 1-0. Unbelievable. Oh, good on you, Remote, being friendly to everyone here. You know, that's all I want in this community. We want to be a loving and friendly community. You know, we don't want to get too overly political, you know, and discuss these topics that I just don't have any right to comment on, to be honest. But what's good as well is that we can delve into those topics and be sensible about it as well. How many times have you posted it, Rexy? Is it like the 10th time or something? Always a chance, maybe. Really Sharp to Ndai. Oh my goodness me. Oh, you're gonna say, oh, it's Remote's another account, isn't it? Oh my god. What? I should have known. I really should have known. Oh, really? Wow. Just a mad lad you are, Jack. Is that 8 accounts? That's commitment right there. That is real commitment. Oh, yeah. No, 100%, definitely. God, that was... So, I disconnected briefly. I've streamed for... Oh, my God. I've streamed for 3 hours, haven't I? It's close to 3 hours. I've streamed for 3 hours. Oh, my God. It's at least... knows that is at least the 20th. Yeah, it's a lot. We can establish you've done it a lot. Guys, I feel so tired. I've streamed for 3 hours. How am I doing? Oh my god, a close chance for Sheffield United. Comes off the post. They still got it alive. It's well tackled. Fleck. Sharp. Oh, they can't get anything. Sheffield United gets so close. It's full time. And Peterborough snatch and grab the 3 points. Unbelievable. This Peterborough team doesn't even show anywhere near... Well, it shows way too much character for what this real Peterborough squad is. Unbelievable result. That's 1-0. Right. Now, it is the Sunday games. Peterborough Sheffield United, I've just realised, is a late game on the Saturday. Now we've got Derby Birmingham. Oh, Derby Birmingham. That should be a good game. Ah, there they are, finally. And then we've got Birmingham as well. Dowraj, welcome to the stream. I don't want to talk about QPR. We got robbed big time. What I saw at the moment is that you created a lot, but it's the chance create. Well, it's not necessarily the chance creating, because creating chances you did well, but taking chances is a whole different ballpark. You need your composure in the final third to take those chances, and apparently QPR had 3 big missed chances, whilst Coventry only had 1 big missed chance, big chance missed per game. And with Coventry having a lot more on the ball and having a lot more shots, it goes to show that a lot of their shots were very wasteful. So I have no doubt that Coventry still have got some quality within them. They just got to find the quality and their composure going forward. They've got to be clinical. We've got a bot, guys. I need to check the stats again. It did seem... Oh my god, a chance for Derby. It's a brilliant goal. It's a brilliant team goal by this Derby team, who need all the points that they can get right now. Brilliant goal. And I tell you what, it will definitely help Derby's chances of surviving if they get this goal. Well, if they get this result. Let's not kid ourselves. 21 shots, I believe, actually. And QPR have only had... It was under 10 shots for what I know, but it was definitely nowhere near for what Coventry had. Okay. Thanks everyone for the support, by the way. For the fact we still got 6 viewers and I've been streaming for... Well, 7 viewers actually, and I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm so tired. 37 likes? Holy crap. Thank you. I mean, I've just realised probably why the number's so high. I've just remembered what Jack's been doing. And what do you call it? YouTube doesn't like that either, so I wouldn't be surprised if the number goes down quite a bit. But thank you. At the moment, I'm really appreciative of that. I don't deserve this. We've got Stoke, who are all right. Middlesbrough, who are playing good. Southampton, Premier League. No, well, what I will say is, if you could pick up 4 points against Stoke and Borough, that would be good. What you need more than anything is to beat the teams around you. You know, let's say if Coventry do not win any of their games against Middlesbrough and Middlesbrough, can't think at this moment, Stoke at the moment, sorry, then yeah, they're just going to have to settle for mid-table. But the aim from then on, you know, they should be aiming for at least top 10. I should think they should at least aim for top 10 based on how well they've been. You don't feel confident? I mean, unfortunately, I don't actually necessarily blame you. You know, whilst you can perform well, if you can't take chances, then that's a big problem. Yeah, you need to start scoring. You're spot on about that. You can't rely on Matt Godden. Obviously, he wasn't available last game. I think he had his appendix removed, which is why he wasn't available. But you can't just rely on him to be getting the goals. Guy Orquez, you know, you've not got the real Guy Orquez. The real Guy Orquez is somewhere missing. We need to find the real Victor Guy Orquez back at Coventry and to allow him to score the goals he was scoring, because he's completely gone quiet since. But I tell you what, if you get Gyökeres back to that form, then Coventry've got every chance. The goal rate he was scoring at the start of the season was ridiculous, but unfortunately things are not quite going as smoothly as they were. Right, I need a stretch. Oh, I was going to say I need a stretch. Oh, Allsop does get there first. God, I do need a stretch. I've been streaming for 3 hours. It's like we bear Barnsley, who are bottom. We need to win our next 2 games against Peterborough and Derby and hope they lose. And when we play against one team and get away from relegation. Yeah, well, see, the thing is with Birmingham, I think they're safe, but they're in a position now where they've not really got anything to play for, unfortunately. They're just too far away from the playoffs, and I think they're safe from relegation. So Birmingham just needs to try and be as positive as they can be to try and get themselves up there, because if Birmingham get up there into the top 6, they're going to need to be having a near flawless run. What about Waghorn? Yeah, he's another one. But see, to be honest, even when Coventry made the signing for Waghorn, I wasn't sure. You know, I would say back at Ipswich days, Waghorn was the quality striker in the Championship. But since Derby, I've not been sure about Waghorn. So he was always someone who was a bit of a risk getting in, you know, with any club. You know, especially with the lack of game time and goals he got for Derby last year. Yeah, I know, still alive. Unbelievable. We're on the penultimate game now. So after this game, we've only got one more game, which is Cardiff and Forest. So we've not got that much left to do. Bidwell didn't do anything. I mean, that's disappointing. I'm going to be looking at the highlights in more detail, and I'm definitely going to be analysing the new signings like Bidwell and all of that. So it gives me an indication that Bidwell struggled a little bit. Things with Coventry is that we beat the teams at the bottom, then lose to the teams at the top of the table. I do notice that, yeah, I do notice that. I think when you had your strong form, that definitely was the case. The only rare couple of defeats you had were against really good teams, you know, like the West Brom that you lost, and I think the Bournemouth as well. Did you lose to Bournemouth? I mean, you definitely lost against West Brom, for what I remember. But then the rare exception was when you beat Fulham by 4-1, when Fulham had an off day. You know, so Coventry have got that in their locker, but they've just not been consistent a lot. They've just really have not been consistent enough and not clinical enough. And ultimately, consistency and the best clinical teams are the teams that win the Championship. They're the teams that get into the top 6. I know we beat Fulham 4-1, but oh yeah, we chewed June. Oh yeah, you drew. I didn't think you lost. Yeah, it was a 2-2 draw. I remember now. Oh yeah, that's right, because Bournemouth went down to 10 men and you came back. Yeah, 2-2, that's right. But yeah, West Brom's a good example, and I guess Coventry, you could technically say, is another example as well. But I would almost say it's beating the teams around you, you find it tricky. If you can beat the teams around you, you can get good results. But those games between Stoke and Forest, you know, they become must-wins. In fact, no, Stoke and Middlesbrough, sorry. They become must-win games, because if you want to get into the top 6, you're going to beat your top 6 rivals. Forest recently had to play Huddersfield and Middlesbrough and both lost. And because of that, Forest had a little bit in a setback, you know, with their chances of getting into the top 6. Coventry can't afford to be the same. Right, that's a poor corner. It doesn't even beat the first man there. That's disappointing. Blues are the opposite. Can beat the top teams, but lose the games we should. Yeah, well, in general, I've noticed that as well. I mean, probably Fulham's a bit different from that, but traditionally, Birmingham are always a team that can give the big teams again as well. Welcome to the stream. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, depends who we have after Southampton away. That is true, but are you thinking that you can get past Southampton and they can go further in the competition? I mean, if Coventry get through to round 4, round 5. Sorry, round 5 is the next one after this one. So we've got a fuming Arsenal fan. So he drew with Burnley, didn't he? But the only sigh of relief for Arsenal fans' sake is that Spurs didn't win and didn't extend the gap from them. Oh, what a good chance. Good save by Allsop there. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, so that's the only fortunate thing. But it's Burnley. Burnley have conceded so many goals this season. You know, it's a poor draw. I mean, I can't talk. Chelsea drew with them, didn't they? So, it's not like that I can judge Arsenal fans for doing the same. You reckon 2-1 Southampton? I think it'll be close. Yeah, I think it will be close. You know, I actually wouldn't even be surprised if it goes to a replay. No, thank you, Charlie. I do appreciate that. That does really help as well, because the stress you get, especially doing uni in your final year, and doing this as well is tough. Oh, they scored at a chance. It looks like cleared off the line. Oh my goodness me! How have Derby not scored here? They bottled that chance completely. 2 big chances to score, and they've both been squandered. Here come Derby again. What do I think about the owners? Well, I think they've underutilised the club's potential, and I have no surprise why Birmingham fans are acting this way. They've probably seen what's gone on with Derby, and they probably know deep down the next couple of years, if they're not careful, they'll be the same fate. That's the only time you'll be thanking Chelsea ever, but I'm personally, I'm surprised we beat Spurs, to be honest. Next games, the Southampton are easy. Blackpool, Reading, Cardiff, Barnsley, Bristol City, then Swansea. On paper, it should be games that Coventry should win. That means February is a big month for Coventry then. February is make or break then. They can definitely reignite some form with those games. But if they fall short with 1 or even 2 of those games, then that form just automatically gets really hindered. So, yeah, sounds like February is a huge month for Coventry here. So, it's going to be an enthralling race to that top 6. You'll know about it when you see my video with Matt. But I think the most entertaining part of the table this year, which will be at Game 46, is going to be the playoff race. Because last year, of course, we didn't really have an exciting playoff race. It all got confirmed before the final day of the season. The thing that was still left in the balance in the final day of the season last year was the relegation battle. So I hope that, you know, we get a really exciting top 6 this year, because it has the potential to be an unbelievable top 6 race. Burnley played without Cornet. God, oh, yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, Cornet's at AFCON, isn't he? Barnsley, Reading are not doing that good. Yeah, I agree. They're really struggling right now. Cardiff could almost argue as well. Just 8 subs away. Yes, I know, that's crazy. That is absolutely mad considering where I was. And I think you subscribed to my channel when I had under 100 subs, which is absolutely unbelievable. Are Liverpool back in the title race, says Dalraj. Depends how many points they are behind City. I still think City will win. The fact that they've even found to get a point with a game that they've just been frustratingly squandered. So if Liverpool win their games in hand, they are 6 points behind. It would have to take an almighty collapse from City for them to catch up with this. I don't see it personally. I think City will run away with it still. Ooh, got hiccups there. Oh, Creeper Raid. Oh, no way. No way have we got a raid going on here. Unbelievable. Hello, everyone. Wow. So, FIFA, I can't say your name. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the stream. Red Devil Joshua, welcome to the stream. Wow. Thank you, everyone, for turning up. I do truly appreciate that. You're my 5th sub. Blimey, I mean, that's something to brag about. I remember when I had 4 subscribers, so you were definitely one of the first ones to actually hit that subscribe button. Wow, unbelievable. MKTV, welcome to the stream as well. Thank you, everyone, for turning up here. Thank you, everyone. Freddy is better at COD than James. What a name. Welcome to the stream as well. Reese, welcome as well. Unbelievable scenes here. Thank you guys so much for turning up here. We've just gone to 11 viewers here. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Guys, if you've not hit the like button, please do so. It does really help. And please hit that red subscribe button as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. That'll be absolutely unbelievable. We're just commentating and watching FIFA predict all the championship games this week. We've been through 18 games. It's been exhausting. We've been streaming for 3 hours. And I'm losing it. But thank you guys. That is just the lift that I needed. Thank you guys so much for that. I do appreciate it. FIFA Bros. Alright, that's much easier. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that, because I think I subscribed to your channel, FIFA Bros, and I think, did I raid you? Did I raid you once? I think I was recommended to raid your channel once, and then this has happened now, so it's all happened in full circle. Oh, Creeper Boy. So that's how the Creeper raid came in. Oh, thank you so much, Creeper Boy. Thank you so much for that. Oh my goodness me, this is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god. Yeah, you're one of the rare few that can say that you are an OG to this channel, because you commented, yes, that's right, on my first ever video as well. God, that would have been back in the ugly days when I used iMovie to record videos. That was when I did my views of Frank Lampard, wasn't it? It was an utterly despicable, disgusting video, but I have to keep it for memory's sake. Took me a while to get here since my internet was crashing. Oh, no worries about it. Thank you for turning up here. I really, really appreciate the support, guys, and I really, really do. It's absolutely amazing. It's not very often I get raided. I think this is the second time I've been raided in some weird way or another. Thank you guys so much. It's been absolutely amazing. We're at 914 now. Thank you guys so much. I actually need to change my subscriber goal. Very, very recently. We're 86 away. This is amazing scenes. Thank you guys so much. Right. I wish I was shouting, but I can't lie, guys. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm trying not to make too much noise. So I'm just trying to talk as close to the microphone as possible. And, you know, obviously try not to make too much noise that my family will just knock down my door. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Oh, how am I doing in fantasy? Oh, I don't even know what I want. I don't even want to know how I'm doing at fantasy. It's a disaster, to be honest. My championship fantasy is not that bad, but my Premier League fantasy is a disaster. It always turns out to be a disaster when players get suspended and players get injured, and then you need all these transfers. You know, it was going all right, but then I don't know. I always find it difficult to keep up with fantasy. 86 more, that's right. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I'll tell you what, one away to 915. That'll be a good way to end it. Ooh, you rated me over the summer. I returned the raid at some point. No, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. I remember doing it. I think it was when Euro 2020 was out and you were streaming FIFA. If you look at the evidence of content and love you have for your fans, you only be involved. You just don't wait. No, honestly, man, just, you know, I'm not even thinking, you know, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. You know, whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm very much riding the tide of the YouTube algorithm. And, you know, this is what it's given me. So I'm just sticking with that. And obviously, at the moment, things are going all right at the moment. So I'm just staying positive in that front. It's tricky to keep it going because I am a university student. I also have a full-time job too. But I do appreciate it. Oh, good save. This is pretty much my free time. Should I try and make a 10th account? Like, honestly, Jan, that would be ridiculous at this point to get a 10th account. I've not even checked the likes. I've not even thought about it. Gosh, how many likes are we on now? We are on 43. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We're nearly at 50 likes. That's unbelievable. Wow. I didn't expect that. The big shot, Mr. 10K, Mr. FIFA Bros, thanks everyone. One of your best raids. Yeah, no, it was honestly unbelievable. I really enjoyed all of it. God, you enjoyed it so much that my cat's even moving as well. Look at him. You've made him jealous now. He's now going to leave me now. That's the only time he's moved all time, and it's the only time when I'm happy in this whole entire stream. How did QPR do in their games? I have played them. Oh, so I think I may have simulated 2 games with QPR. So, QPR, they played... I've got to try and remember. They played Reading. Oh, you don't want to know the Reading result. It was a 2-0 away win to Reading. It was one of the shocking wins of the whole simulation. QPR still have 1 game in hand, but it looks like they're not going to play it in midweek. I don't see... No, I lied. They do. They've got Swansea. God, how did they do against Swansea? Swansea, that game was about 2 hours ago, so I'm trying to remember this. I was annoyed yesterday. I wasn't able to do my predictions yesterday as you got a migraine. Oh no. He's having a couple of times, Creeper Boy, but you've got your one prediction of Blackburn Middlesbrough saved, so hopefully you'll get maximum points with that. Hopefully I get 1,000 soon. Well, hopefully, well, we'll see. I'm not even really thinking about when I'll get it, to be honest. You know, I'm just letting it and see what happens. I honestly can't remember what happened with QPR and Swansea. I'm going to have to literally reverse back because it was such a long time ago in the stream. So, I mean, we'd be streaming for 3 hours, so please give me a break. I'm not going to be able to remember. I think QPR may have won, but I'm just going to double check. Right, so they scored 1 goal at least because they went 1-0 up. Oh, yeah, no, they won 1-0. And Swansea had a late surge, tried to get back into it, but QPR just about held on. So, yeah, QPR won 1, but they lost 1. How we not scored? You know what? I have no idea. I'm dropping down the lesser table because I'm busy and can't make predictions. Well, you know, when I leave my predictions for Ben's video, let's say, I'm working, you know, so a lot of the time I keep my predictions, like, copied, you know, and saved, or, like, you know, like, notes you have on your phone. Keep them there, and then, you know, the available time I'm now of work, just literally just paste the notes in, and then it's literally the quickest way you can do rather than just typing, you know, all the games in, because that in itself can take over 2 minutes. Do you have any other leagues? Do you do any other leagues or only Championship? Mostly Championship. I do sometimes like to delve down to either League One, even Premier League as well. And in terms of other gaming content, I do a career mode. I've got a Colchester career mode, which I've been tempted to potentially record maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I honestly have no idea when I'm going to record my next video. But I'm on Season 2 at the moment. And we're trying to get Colchester to be the best team in the world. And we are currently first place in League One, which honestly is above our expectations this year. So, yeah. Good vibes with that one. An enjoyable FIFA series, which I don't get all that often. Right, oh my gosh, it's the end. Oh my god, I can breathe. It's the end of the stream. I shouldn't sound excited to end the stream, but I've been streaming for 3 hours. It's exhausting to do all of that. Sitting down, I need a stretch as well. Bloody hell. Right. User one games. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Does have a League One, League Two? Yeah, we do have 2 separate leagues as well, which I've got to calculate as soon as Blackburn play Middlesbrough as well. Why don't you sim Saudi League games? Well, I don't know. Maybe in my own time I could. Well, nah, no way. I'm going to sleep. I'm a university student. I'm going to be needed at uni in the morning, so I'm going to need to have some rest. But that's 18 games simulated. And don't even ask me to try and remember all of them because there's no chance I'm going to remember them. We've had a couple of guest appearances from great content creators. And guys, if you are interested of a big video coming up very, very soon, tomorrow will be my review video as always. But on Tuesday, you will have the chance to see me talk to Coventry City guru Matt SB himself. I've already been featured on his channel once, but he will be featured on my channel for the very first time on Tuesday. If you saw my video with Benjamin Bloom, it's going to be like this video, but it's going to be over an hour long. It's going to be 2 lads talking football, talking COVID, talking news stories with football. It's honestly, it's one of my favourite videos that I've edited so far. So you would be very stupid to miss that video on a Tuesday. So I'm so tired now. I think I'll have to wrap it up. Sorry, I'll just read a couple more comments. What happens? 1 League 2 frames goes for. We could have a national one, but I'm gonna be really tired. And almost a bit tedious if that happens. But I don't know. Maybe, maybe potentially. But got driving lesson at 7:30 in the morning, but still go to bed late. Well, you do you. I mean, I'm still gonna have a cup of tea anyway because I need the energy. Yeah, a bit like a podcast indeed. Yeah, I'm going to treat it like a podcast. Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, it's very conversational. So you almost look at it as like the first time I've spoken to Matt as, you know, as getting to know him, you know, a bit like a friend. So, yeah, that's what we're going to see this week. So a big week ahead of us. So if you guys like what you see, please give the stream a like. It does tremendously help this channel. Please hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so. It does really help the growth of the channel. If you've not seen my second channel yet, where I post, well, currently daily re-uploads of gaming content I have made in the past, please do see that as well, because I think tomorrow might be another Call of Duty video. And then, you know, we start moving on to more FIFA content and more games. You know, GeoGuessr comes quite soon as well. So there's a lot of content still being released on a second channel. So please do check that out if you can as well. Yeah, please share as well, because that's going to be the way we're going to grow as a community together. I truly appreciate all of you being around here today. It's been an incredible stream, and I think I've earned it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for Sony of the stream. Sorry I've had to whisper as well. It's 11:15 at night. I'm going to bed. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. I'll see you guys on the Monday. Take care, everyone, and sleep well. Take care, everyone.